Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
You're now listening to the motherfucking greatest. Agree, disagree. A2D Radio. There we go. You're now listening to the motherfucking greatest. It's Agree, disagree. A2D Radio, live from the BMW of Atlantic City Studios. BMW of Atlantic City, Route back to 17 on Parkway. Find them online, BMW of AtlanticCity.com. Didn't I say that before the show?
Rewind.
And we weren't sure because sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's none. It's a fuckery.
I literally tapped the game button and it got you back in.
I'm here, baby. It doesn't matter how you get here as long as you're here. Every Sunday, we're brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make them yours. Gibson Mayer LLC. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Greg Mlachvic, Robbie Pove on the ones and twos. The legendary Brian Wilson. Not the man himself, though. No. Brian Wilson, John Fogerty. John Fogerty. Little center field. Talk.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
And listen, I would put my house, my car, my wife, my dogs, everything, family members that he's flat out roasted right now. The big fella. Roasted. Throughout the show, later on, we'll do a little local baseball whip around. Little Carpenter Cup final today. We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
and
congrats to a lot of our boys, combat guys, Eustis guys, a little day in the sun with the boys on the couch here. It was a good day.
It's a good day.
Olympic Colonial, baby.
That's it. Colonial represent, Olympic represent. Jersey's back, baby. Right on the map again. That's what we do. We just,
SJ final. Beautiful.
We just win it all. So we'll talk about that. A little state championship stuff going around locally that ended. We'll recap that a little bit. Sixers draft recap. Brett Brown talking star hunting as well. We'll get into all that. Some guys you might be interested, some guys you're targeting, and we'll also talk about some guys out there, Sixers-wise, free agent-wise, that you can go target as plan B. We'll get into that. We did a little bit of that Wednesday. We'll get into a little bit more. Phillies trade moves. We're going to talk about how well they're playing. Adrian Beltre mentioned Cole Hamels, Manny Machado, Moustakos, Castro, Jones. The list goes on guys for the Phillies, and trade moves we'll talk about a little bit later. Phillies playing good ball, though. And you got some guys starting to really ramp it up in Herrera and Nola, and that ties right into our poll question brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com. As of today, who are your all-star representatives for the Phillies? Nola, Herrera, Ramos, Altair. That's a little fun because we're here to kid. Let us know Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube.
Some of them, Aaron Altair.
A2D Radio is where you can find us. Yeah, everybody does.
Everyone loves Altair.
Everybody loves 160 or whatever it is
an
now.
all-star.
Everybody does. Somebody's got to represent. Also, live reaction to Phillies Nationals. We'll be talking about Phillies Nationals throughout the whole show, watching the game, going for the sweep. Yeah. It's just a huge win. It's huge that we already won the series for this team, especially on the road, because they haven't played that well on the road, so let's be real. But they've really taken care of business at home. Now, if you can somehow get that road record to right around 500, right around 5 games under, this team's going to be in good shape.
Well, and that's the one thing you've noticed about this team and the frustrations that Gabe has on a week-to-week, the game-to-game basis on a lot of the fan base. You then look up, though, and they're winning series. You know what I mean? Like, the in-game management, it is getting a little goofy, but you look up and they're winning series, and that's all you really ask for at the end of the day is win a series.
No, that's all you can ask for, and especially on the road. At home you want to take care a little bit more at times. You would love a few sweeps mixed in. But on the road, win series, play around 500, and then take care of business at home. And that's a recipe for any team to be successful or that wants to make a playoff run or whatever the case may be. But to the poll question, and obviously the game we starting here in a minute, we'll get into that. don't know where it went. Where the fuck did it go? We're going to have to jump back into there, too. Jesus. On my dome. So, poll question. Who's your representative as of today? And do you have more than one?
It's got to be Doobie Doo. Doobie Doo.
Yeah, I mean, I want it to be Nola because I think it's just like an earned thing for Nolan, but it's so hard as a pitcher to get in there. I think who it's going to ultimately be is Duvall. But I would love to see Ramos. I mean, when you actually dissect Ramos's numbers and you look at it, they mirror what Pat Neshek was last year. Now, granted, last year they were a worse team, and you probably struggled to find one, let alone two guys worthy of an All-Star nod. But that's why he's in the poll question, because his numbers are lights out.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, you go, oh, my gosh, he's really that good in the back end of that bullpen.
Yeah, he is.
But
there could be three. There could be three. You mean there could be? I think there's more like the two angle.
Yeah.
I think they get 1 and 1. I mean, and Nola deserves it as well, obviously. And Doobie was, you're talking about a 360 clip, fell off the cliff, a complete nosedive. But now that's what baseball is. It's a game of peaks and valleys, all right? And the best players in the world can handle those peaks and valleys. And, not to put him up there as, one of the best players in the world, but the guy can flat out hit. He's a professional hitter, and he's back to getting real white hot again.
Because when he's hot.
And he's carrying him.
And I know people know that I love the guy, but when he's hot, he's a problem. He's a problem. And there's not a lot of guys. There's guys out there, don't get me wrong, but there's not a lot of guys when they get that hot that they're just, you can't get them out. Yeah. He gets in them stretches, and that's why he had a 360 clip for a minute. And like you said, it's part of the game. But what you love out of a young hitter, 26-year-old kid, is the rebound and to be able to get hot again. You know what I'm saying? And he went through a funk. And his funks are all timing.
That could have turned into 260 easily.
Yeah.
With a continued slide. So to pick himself up off the pavement. Coincidentally, with Hoskins coming back, both of those guys are swinging the bats real good. 2-3 right in the order. I know we don't like Hoskins there, and that's another discussion. But 2-3 in your order right there, swinging the bats really good now. And Rice is starting to find the long ball a little bit too. So which we expected. Yeah,
which is
huge.
I was just about to say.
So funny how contagious it is, right?
When the Phillies were in that tailspin, Duvall and Reese weren't hitting.
Yeah.
And now that they are hitting, you can see how much that they carried the team. Yeah. And to your point, how it's
contagious.
Hitting is.
Now Santana's starting to figure it out, right? Now Santana's starting to figure it out because guys are hitting.
Yeah.
It's really funny when a whole lineup ain't hitting, nobody hits. Right? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying by that, but it'll go to longer stretches. And as soon as one or two guys get hot, it's like, oh, that's how you hit the ball again? And then everybody's finding it. And you need Santana to find it. He has to find it. And I'm not a guy who points a finger you're getting paid way too much money not to find it, because he's got on base a lot. I get that. But when you're going to be a 4-hole hitter, and I love the on base percentage, don't get me wrong, but you got to drive some balls out of the ballpark. And he has throughout the year. Dude. But I need the average a little bit higher, and it's tough to get higher when you struggled the way he did average-wise this long.
And a Duvall, like I said, he's hitting. I love when guys hit meaningful homers. There's nothing worse than, I'm sure it's good for your stats and it'll get your team on the board. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sneeze at a solo shot in the second inning, right? But I want my guy. Give me something from the sixth inning on. All right, that's going to win a game, and that's what Duvall's done this last month. I mean, just huge homers. The Brewers game, you knew Neris was going. You had a feeling Neris would shit all over himself, but it turned out to be, that insurance bomb that Duvall hit.
Right.
It turned out to be the 10th run and the winner in that sense. Cardinals come back and tie it after the bullpen shits all over himself. Duvall wins it.
It's no coincidence when he got hot, they started playing the baseball they were playing earlier.
Smoked the ball the other day, and he's hit I saw, in that streak before, it ended yesterday. I mean, obviously, it was fantastic, but, the five homers in a row, and it was all in different pitches. So, I mean, really, that's when you're seeing the ball well. You know what I mean? Change-up, slider, cutter, two-seamer, 98. It was just 5 different pitches. It was wild, right? And then, I sent you that thing, there's only 5 guys, I think, in the history to ever have that kind of on-base streak and then have and then homer in 5 straight games. I mean, it's unbelievable company. You know what I mean? So it's just doing some special things with the bat. You know what I mean? And, the annex will, if he just plays the game right. I think a lot of people love him. He's got there's people that hate him, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't care what he does in the sense of, flair or anything like that. Just do the little things, and you'll make me happy. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause like I said, it's a game of failure. You know what I mean? So, I would never going to throw mud at the guy because he's like, he goes through an 0 for 20 stretch. You know what I mean? But it's bad when you're going 0 for 20 and then, you'll drop a ball or something, or you'll get picked off or something.
Yeah.
You do the little things wrong. As long as you play the game hard, this city will love you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Run things out hard.
But that's for the people the detractors. That's all they want for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all they want from them is that. Hey, you're right. If you're going to mash a ball and bat flip, then make sure you run that ball out at first base too.
Yeah.
Don't give me one or the other.
Yeah. Yep.
So, real quick, 41 and 33 going into the night. That number's familiar, right? A great score. Sweep's getting a swap out. We're getting an oil change.
Hey!
Oil change.
Call that an oil change. The program, great movie.
Greg's getting a freshie.
Latimer. Call that an oil change.
So to the family chiming in, because there's plenty of the fam right now.
Yeah, very familiar score. That's the
Mike Parker just puts
Spidey!
Money emojis. Guess he won some coin. Jeff Calise, can we talk about the Jays for once? No notes.
Knock it off.
Chrome, Noah fellas, happy Sunday.
Cromer, what's up, buddy?
Parker says, not the same without Willie, but Greg can be Willie tonight with how he was talking on AM and the PM. So you can be Willie, and I'll yell and scream at you a little bit. And he says a Duvall for sure. Jimmy Brannigan, what up, Jim? Noah and a Duvall.
Jimmy, yep.
Dougie Zeke, yo fam, a Dub, Noah all day. Clinky, Noah. Pove, Noah. Jeremy Beelan, what's up, brothers? Family talk. And he says a Duvall and Noah. So, so far the consensus is both of them. You've had some people just put one, but like I said, starting the poll question, you can have more than one here. It doesn't have to be one of them.
Yeah.
Who are the representatives?
I think
And
Noah's
Ramos isn't the sexy pick,
Right.
Like Greg said, you have to deep dive there. When you're not a save guy or a fan of the team, you got to really deep dive and see what stability that guy's brought to the back of the pen, right? That back end of that pen right there, and it's been huge.
And it's all based off of how you're playing too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they're continuing to play good baseball throughout this stretch leading up to it, they might be able to get 3 in there. And because we talk about Ramos' numbers at the back end of the bullpen are lights out. I mean, there's not many relievers that have an earned run average like he does, a whip like he does, and just flat out can get guys out. And it's tough to do. And he's had no role doing it. Remember that. It's not like Cap was smart enough to be like, you know what? You're a 7th inning guy. Right. Or you're our 8th inning guy. Because he refused to put any of his bullpen guys in roles because he wants to reinvent the whole wheel here, which is ridiculous. Like, whatever happened to having an 8th inning guy and 9th inning guy? And them guys know that they're ready mentally. Because isn't the whole thing you're taught, like, early on, like, visualization? Like, don't you want to visualize? So, like, don't you want to visualize if you're closing out games, essentially? Or just get your mind right? Or, and if you're a setup guy, just know your roles. I'm not saying every game has to be that guy.
I don't have a problem with it until the 9th. The ninth, I like to have a guy. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we all like to have a Mariano or a Trevor Hoffman back there, but both of those guys had routines that they needed to go through. You know what I mean? Trevor Hoffman, it was about the 6th inning. He'd go back, take a shower, a little hot shower, let the water hit his shoulder, get a little rub down, get a little rub down,
a
little rub
wash
down from the waist up, nothing, no happy end.
No wash, okay.
He get a little rub down and then get himself out to the pen and start to get himself focused.
Yeah, I'm not as worried about the 8th. I'm just bringing them both in. They usually, most teams have like a setup guy or two that they're their guys. You know what I mean?
I'm okay mixing and matching if the game's on the line. You know what I mean? But you would ideally like to have a guy in the 9th that settles into that role and that understands it and can handle it mentally, because there's just certain amount of guys that can't. We've discussed this before. Like,
we've seen it here.
Electric. Everybody has great stuff. It's 2018. All right. There's 20. All 12 guys pretty much. Throw anywhere from 95 to 100. With ungodly breaking stuff. That's how you get to be in the big leagues. You know what I mean? So you're all there for a reason. Now, what separates you is, can you execute? How's your ball? You reach down, see if they're still there. You know what I mean? You got a wheelbarrow. You sit when you pee. There's certain things that there's certain.
I mean, sometimes when you're tired, you do what you do.
I mean,
can a poop come out? Can a poop come out, please?
The girls do have it right. I mean,
I wonder if you accidentally ever wipes, Greg. You say that, oh man, oh shit.
Just let it go. Dab it. Dab
But,
it.
but no, I mean, like I say, the ninth, you have to. You have to. There's got to be your guy. And Sir Anthony, we assume, is going to be that guy. For even a younger guy, wouldn't it be easier for that kid who's pitched well just to know his role?
Yeah.
Am I a closer? Am I going to come in the seventh? Am I going to come in whenever you just need outs? Like, you have other guys in the back end that can get outs, like Ramos. There's other guys who can get some outs back there, but he's been the only guy to show consistently that he can get outs in the ninth. Because they're the hardest 3 outs in the whole game. It's the last 3. He's shown he can do it.
Yeah, and what's the thing that all these guys in baseball now respond to is money. All right, so because used to be the closers get paid the big money, and that's why everybody said, give me those last 3 outs. Not necessarily if they even cared about it or they wanted to help their team win. They just knew that was my payday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 6th, 7th, 8th inning, I don't get nothing out of that. You know
now everybody's getting paid.
But now everybody gets paid, so it's here you go. Go get 3 outs in the 6th. Go get 3 outs in the 7th, or give us 2 outs in the 7th. We're going to mix and match. That's fine. Just got to be, you like a guy like Sir Anthony on the back end to see if he can do it. You're young, you know what I mean?
I have no problem in, 6th, 7th, 8th going by matchups in them situations. Yeah. That's fine. If you want to go to your little booklet and you want to go to matchups there, fine. We'll be okay there. But in the 9th, it's your guy.
Yeah.
It's just your guy.
Yeah.
It's the way the game's been played forever. You have not forever, because back in the day, guys would throw all 9 and maybe 11. So maybe not forever. But for a long goddamn time, there's been closers for a reason. Don't reinvent the back end of your bullpen that way. I just don't think that's a recipe for success long term, and especially if you want to talk about some late September meaningful baseball and October meaningful baseball, you need a guy back there.
Oh, for sure.
Now, maybe it's just a groom thing. Maybe they're slowly, like we talked about. It's going a little slower than I thought. I thought once the guy showed he can get outs in the 9th, hey, we're good. That's all I need to see. You know what I mean?
He made one mistake against Carpenter last week, and then you never know if he ended up on the shit list. You know what I mean? But he bounced back from it, and it seems like nothing's going to bother the kid, which is, is what you want back there. You know what I mean? It's like, you got to have a short memory, right? And you got to be able to pick yourself up off the ground and keep it at a tie game. You know what I mean? That was, that's the key. It didn't snowball. After the Carpenter homer, he kept it right there and gave you a chance to team to win it in the bottom of the inning.
James Wilder, yo,
guy, right?
fam. Hashtag flagship. What up, James? What up, brother?
Molson!
Mike Scanzano. Somebody get sweeps, a combat hat. Greg got one on. He's slanted right over across the table. Just a slide. James Wilder poll question, Herrera. Ralphie D.
What up, Scans? Don't worry about my headwear. Where were you today, buddy? I mean, the 3 of us were there.
We were there. Missed
fantastic.
You. We missed you there.
We did miss you.
And we could have used the guy to help get some combat pictures there.
Yeah.
I said to John, I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball. But I said it was a mess.
We're driving
it was
around.
A mess afterwards.
We're driving out. Well, we should have got a combat group picture.
Should have.
Yeah, we
should have. We
up.
dropped the ball. Listen,
Sorry.
and what we want me to tell you, I mean, it was about the fams. There was a lot of family photos.
Yeah.
When all of a sudden we're going to dive in. We're jumping. Oh, let's get. You know what I mean? It was tough. It was tough. Tough sledding. We should have did it, though. That's excuse driven. Completely excuse driven, but that's fine.
It was hot. A lot of sun. A lot of sun.
Long day.
Oh, wow, was it?
Ralphie Day, in the 9th, it should automatically be Dominguez as your closer. Listen, I think we all agree there. There's no debate in there on who it should be.
Adam Morgan.
Now we can figure out if Gabe can wake up. Jason Grisolia, Kemp, Herrera, Blackman are the 3 best outfielders in the NL right now. Duvall's,
how funny is that, though?
Duvall's numbers are the
that
best
Matt
out
Kemp
of 3.
Is in that
deserves
statement
it.
after
everything.
After everything that Matt Kemp's gone through.
Yeah.
Can you grab me that white mouse right there? Can we grab that?
He's back in,
so we
he's
get the
back
game.
in that statement.
You got no game. The game disappeared on us.
While we have a second here, let me read off of Ramos's
got a
stats
lot of seconds, Greg.
for the people who don't know. In 32
people who
games,
do not use Google, we are here for you.
He's 2-0
Here for the
with a .64 ERA, 28 innings, 32 strikeouts, 2 earned runs.
Sorry, what was his earned run average again?
.64, and his WHIP is 1.09. And that translates to a starter, 10.2 strikeouts per 9.
That's just filthy. That's not even normal.
That's just getting it done.
Yeah.
At a high clip.
Yeah.
So that kind of that's why he's in there on that question.
Quick one, because, I think this is, 2 of your this is what's interesting, right? 2 of your highest paid guys on this baseball team.
Somebody got a knock. Herrera.
Did he?
Duvall.
Let's go. Let's go.
And stole second, and the inning ended.
We didn't hit a homer. He's single.
No. Ground out, foul out, single, stole second, walk, Williams flew out the right. Bottom one. Here we go, people.
Where are we at?
You were talking about the two highest paid players.
Oh, yeah. So the two highest paid players in Carlos Santana and Jake Arrieta are two guys that are not in this conversation or not on this list, at least, when we're talking about who should represent the Phillies in the All-Star game, which is very interesting because you're two vets you brought in thinking that, you know what, these guys got the chance to be our two All-Stars, and you're getting the production from younger guys, which is huge. Because I think that's why you brought these guys in, to sort of help these guys continue to get over the every days of the Major League season. You know, Noah talked about it early on. We've talked about it a million times. Year one was tough on him. Yep. You know, coming back every 5 days was difficult on him. He said my arm was just tired. It wasn't the same. And it's a guy who pitched big games Friday nights at LSU. Yeah. And he was talking about, you know, how his arm was tired. And he talked about using his lower half and stuff. But just and then getting Arrieta in here and his work ethic. And granted, he's not pitching the way he would like right now, but the work ethic's there. But, you know, he puts the work in.
Which we knew that. I mean,
it's just good to have that guy around for your young staff.
Yeah. No, it was a great signing, and we knew it. We're sitting around here. We're not. It wasn't our wallet that we were opening up, but there's a reason why. You know, there was 2 weeks to go and he wasn't signed because, you know, Boris is an asshole and people knew that he was getting long in the tooth, you know what I mean? And he was playing with fire, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, I think we all sat here with Santana and both Arrieta and almost didn't care what they did on the field. Yeah. It was the inside the locker room that you were paying for. Yeah. And yeah, sure, you hope that they would find a shell of themselves and be able to produce at least this year. You know, you knew down the road, at least, you know, next year or that third
year. It was a culture change.
Yeah.
You know, playing some good baseball.
For sure.
You got some young Latino guys, and you bring in a guy like, you know, Santana to deal with them, and then, you know, you got Jake on the other side with deal with the young arms and stuff.
Guess Bryce never hit a ball the other way?
Nope.
Wow.
Not really.
Wow, we got the entire team over on the second base side.
But this is another guy, Pivetta. He's not nowhere near All-Star worthy, but he's having a heck of a year to start the year in Pivetta.
And I'll probably,
you know what I mean? Not like his record's not going to show it because I think he's 4-6.
Yeah, something.
You know what I mean? But he's pitched some very good games, and he's
won a Cy Young. Guys won big games.
His curveball's filthy when it's on.
Oh yeah, it is.
He struck out 13 last week.
Last start was sick.
You know, the Cardinals, they swing a paper newspaper, but you know, I mean, his curveball was filth, bro, and that established it. You established that. Now the heater looks, you know, 101. You know, he looks, you know, it's a game changer.
Ralphie D asking if it's at this point are you still training for Machado? yeah.
What's up, Ralph?
If it was anything about Lakers, Ralph, you know where to
go. In the gutter.
You guys trade for him right now? You guys still in the market?
I still do. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, because as much as, you know, any of us might love Kingery and Crawford, there's not getting it done right now. And in a team that's 41-33, you have a really good opportunity to take something that shouldn't be ours this year.
And especially
you know
if
what I mean? Like you're in that wild card hunt right now.
Yeah, and especially if it's not like 8 guys or something. You know, if it's 4 guys, you know, 2 pups and two big league guys, that's fine. You go for the jugular this year. Like, I understand the AL is loaded. You know what I mean? We'll have, you know, Yankee crumbs, you know, pounding their chest. That's great. Your lineup's awesome. You know, good. Talk to me later. You know, the Astros filthy on the mound, right? So you know what you're dealing with, right? But to get there, you know, just like LeBron was doing with the Cavs. You know what I mean? It's hard to get there. You get there, you know, they got swept. But you get there, you got to punch your chance. Baseball's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got a shot. You know what I mean?
There's a little bit more parity in baseball than there is in the NBA.
And anything can happen. You know what I mean? You're only as good as your next day starter. You know what I mean? So, you know, and could that guy put him over the edge in a National League that I've said for a month now that it doesn't scare you. You understand? Like, you know, the Kershaw's coming back. You know, the Ginger Werewolf came back, so that kind of turned them around. So nobody put the Dodgers away, so that allowed them to hang around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of a curveball,
these guys are getting healthy now, so you know. But guess what? It's the end of June. You know, everybody's like, oh, it's the Nationals division. You know, and once they get healthy, look out. It's the end of June. You know, Sixers Phillies going for a sweep tonight. It's not the beginning of June anymore. You know, I mean, it's the end of June. You're 3 months in, and they're still looking up. You know, when are the Braves going to back up? When are the Phillies going to back up? It might not happen. So you might want, go get it. You know, if you got a chance to go get it this year, that's fine. Even if it's a rental, because we know that, everybody's saying that Big Will said it, that, his agent said that, he's not gonna, it's not gonna be a sign and trade. So
yeah,
you change his mind after playing for 2 months.
Yeah, and then maybe you hope it's a guy that winning games matters to him too. Not that going to the Yankees or anything else isn't going to win, but you hope that winning games here and that it makes them love it because of what he's coming from.
Right.
You know?
And we all know that when the Phillies are going good, that stadium's rocking.
Oh, absolutely.
And you hear past players
and anybody.
You hear past players and even opposing players talking about how dynamic and intimidating that is, and that's something he's never had in Baltimore.
And anybody is going to pay him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're not giving a hometown discount, and no, you're not going to get off the hook. Trying to shake this dude. Trying to shake this dude down. You're not going to get off easy. You know what I mean? So wouldn't you rather, like, you're still going to get paid? To me, I would never, and I'm different. I mean, but I would never join the evil empire. I just wouldn't. Like, why would you want to be like? I know why people do it, but I just rather beat them. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna add another bat to that lineup. Like, I mean, I'm gonna puke. You know what I mean? Like another.
We're doing
another
super
slugger.
teams now. Like, we're doing super teams in Major League Baseball. We're doing all-star teams.
I mean, they already got a gift. Jeter already gave him a gift.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He hand wrapped it. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah, because you don't. I mean, why you would think that the guy's played against him for so long that he would not want to go there.
Right.
From being in the AL East. Like, I'm not going there. Like, I don't like him. You know what I mean? You wouldn't think
That's
it'd
what
be
I'm
like,
saying. Like,
that's on my
the Red
list.
Sox have no chance. You know what I mean? They beamed them 4 times. I mean, so they got no chance. So it ends up with the Yankees or somebody over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that blood, Pedroia's still there. That bad blood's there. So. I wish the Yankees would do that to him. He's off limits.
2 outs.
For Soda.
Bottom 1.
This guy's an absolute monster
Young
so far.
pup. Yeah, I know.
Jose Coyne, what up, Thomas and crew? What up, Jose?
What up, Hose?
Chris Estrite, what's up, fellas? What up, Chris? No news tonight from the source. I'm on vacation. Enjoy, brother. Ralphie D.
Umbrella drinks, no sources.
Go.
Oh, here he goes.
Chick drinks. Pinky's out. Let's
Pinky
go.
out.
What's Ralph got?
Umbrellas open.
Ralph's got a good one. Feels good that the Phillies on national TV again. Absolutely,
for sure.
Ralphie. It really does.
What
It's
are
been
you
a while. It's been a long time. John Clark tweeted out something how long it's been. I got to go look at it.
I think Brinkman put it in Real Talk 2013.
Wow.
2013 was
a
the
while.
last time they were on national TV.
Wow. That long?
That's a long time. That's longer than I thought. Holy shit.
Well,
Is that when they caught Obama? I mean, jeez.
Yeah, they caught him too.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul.
Osama?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
a night game with the chant?
Oh, was that? That was against the Mets too, wasn't it?
Could have been. That could have been the last one.
No, that was that against the Mets. Yeah, it was against the Mets. Robbie said, yeah.
It was against the Mets.
I got to
It
go to
was
my
a
Mets guy. You know what I mean? I looked right over.
I mean, it was
it,
a
Rob.
night game, and the chants broke out. So
I love
don't know
that
when
Santana
that was.
does that, by the way.
was.
I love
remember watching
Santana
that game
does
live.
Yeah.
We bonded for about 30 seconds, and then it was over.
We did.
Well, when was that? Was that before 13? Or was that the game they're talking about?
No, the actually news broke during
Yeah.
the game.
No, I'm saying, but they haven't been on prime time. They somebody said
It probably is that
2013.
game.
Probably that
Maybe.
game.
Probably is that
Probably
game.
is.
We'll take a shot. We'll say it's that game.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not here to lie to you, fam.
I
But you
remember watching
Google.
that game live, and I had goosebumps, and I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
And I had friends that were there, and they said it was even crazier there.
What's going on there? Oh.
Yeah, like what happened? And like,
Yeah.
oh, we fucking killed the guy. Got him.
Yeah, and then us and Mets fans are like, "Yeah, we're brothers."
Yeah, family.
I hate you.
yeah. Rob said 30 seconds. You're on the same team again. You realize, it's bigger than us.
Yeah.
And then you're
It's
like,
Ralphie.
Well, it's like
It's like us and
you're like,
Ralphie.
hey, by the way,
it's like
about earlier.
it's like Dorn and Vaughn. They hug and then he punches them. We won.
Go to the bullpen
No.
right now. As soon as you get there.
I didn't know it was her. I had no idea.
Parker. Look what Mike Parker and the family
Spidey,
said.
Yo.
fantastic, bro.
Thanks, brother.
Two-
Dr.
Dude.
J
Dude, they look
and
awesome,
Bernie,
bro.
man.
and a Bernie. That's
What was
what
the
family
third one?
does.
What he kept the third one?
Yeah, the one's from James. Not sure which. I think Bernie's from James, and the Doc's from Parker. Family talk.
Oh, Molson. He shucked Molson down for some cash.
Yeah, I think
for
he
some
did.
cash.
Yeah, well, it's tough. You know what I mean? He had to explain.
We went on a spending spree.
Yeah, he was a problem. I mean, he almost had to go seek help.
I mean, 3 jerseys and a belt.
It was just the beginning too. I mean, I can't even tell you how many
What was the
photos.
exchange rate on that?
I don't know, but I can't even tell you how many photos were sent on like things that he was bidding on and close to getting.
How many Canadian nickels did he send you? But yeah, that's good stuff, boys.
Parker said I kept a signed Vic.
There it was. I knew there was one more.
Yeah.
That's one Ralphie's trying to buy off you for 100. You told him to go pound sand. Good work.
Then Ralphie had
'Cause
100.
we don't,
What Love you, brother.
If that's the case, get the
Chris, we
ceiling
gave you a
fixed.
shout out, Chris. I mean, unbelievable. We shouted you out, baby. We don't miss nobody. Chris says no shout out tonight, fellas. We absolutely did. We absolutely did shout
Where's
you
your
out.
sources?
Where are your sources? We laughed. We said, "What's up, Chris?"
Umbrella drinks.
I mean,
Umbrella
unbelievable.
drinks.
Pinky
Pinky up.
Come on.
Rewind.
Yeah, rewind. You must have stepped away. You must have stepped away.
Rewind.
Must have skipped on him.
Buffer.
Wi-Fi.
Oh, here comes Mr. 5'2" launch angle, Scott Kingery.
Wi-Fi's out.
Hey, can we guarantee a pop-up? Sorry, I like Scotty, but it's just, dude, I mean, come on. Come on, what's he batting now? 233?
3 bombs, too.
Yeah.
Not even 20 bombs.
Yeah.
3.
3. So it's not like, you drive 10 out of the ballpark, so keep doing it.
Yeah, like, I mean, Harper's, like we were talking about before, Harper's only batting 212, but he's got 19 bombs. So it's different.
Get it before it goes bankrupt.
Spidey Parker says, I got the signed Schmidt bat, signed Rose Ball. I may have yet to pay for the signed Willie Mays bat. It's a problem.
God, you're in hiding, buddy. Garage talk.
Chris D'Amico says, Markel Fultz is my Phillies all-star. I had nothing for that one.
Yes.
Chris, I don't know if it's a shot. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Because I'm out in the bits taking shots at 19-year-old guys about to be 20, and going into their second real season in the NBA. I'm willing to give a minute for a kid to develop or not. You know what I mean? I'm in the business of letting you develop for a second, and then I will absolutely crush you. You know what I mean? I will destroy you. I'll be the first guy to raise my hand. Can I take my first shot at him? You know what I mean? Come on.
I'm just like I'm indifferent. Like I hear you. I'm so tired of it. Like I don't even have any energy to talk about it anymore. You know what I mean? Are you a mental midget? Did you have a shoulder injury? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Just go out and play basketball, please. And
That's
if
all
not,
I know.
that's
Yep.
it. You know what I mean? Are you staying? Are you leaving? I mean, obviously, I know it's not his choice. I'm saying, like, is he in a package for Hawaii 5-0? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going. But I don't even care anymore. You understand? Like, show up for training camp and play hard. Get off the leather couch. Stop talking to Dr. Phil, and let's go play basketball. I just can't deal with all the drama anymore. You know what I mean? It's just, I understand that's what we do, but we talk about stuff, but it's just like, man, I'm just tired of it.
Chris D'Amico wants to know the name one guy I ever destroyed, and I told him you last week. So I mean that's one name. I mean I'm here all week. I mean, come on. I mean, what do you want me to do? I mean, I don't really want to talk about Markel too much either, but I will put a dog down if I need to. You know what I mean? I will come biting throats because at the end of the day, you're saying, and this is you guys out there that are so anti-Markel that he's a bust now. He's a bust now. So remember this, just like Nelson was a bust and other guys were busts that end up figuring it out. Give a kid a minute to figure it out. Okay, we don't have to like it. We can say, hey, man, you're really small downstairs because your first time in the NBA, maybe you got a little starstruck. Maybe you know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what's in his head, okay? But it's a lot of money thrown at young kids. There's no excuses here because he needs to figure it out and have a real good year this year. But I'm in the belief that he will because he has the talent to. You know what I mean? And maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't, okay? But if he does, you idiots aren't allowed to cheer for him. You idiots who want him out of town, who are done with him after 14 games. And really, you have no right in being a fucking fan, honestly. Yeah, launch angle. What am I God. Now I'm there. Now I don't even know where I'm at. Like, where am I? Where am I pointing? I don't know where I'm at. But what I'm telling you is,
Camera two.
you have no right in being a fan. Like, we're allowed to be critical because I'll be as critical as anybody. All right, that's well documented. But that doesn't mean that a guy's a failure. That doesn't mean he's a bust. That doesn't mean he should be dealt, okay? It means, hey, you got to figure it out, buddy. I mean, we spent many shows getting on him, have we not? Did we not?
Yeah.
And then we spent time saying, you know what, give it a time. Let's see if he figures it out, right? Okay? And now you guys are so anti-Markel that you don't even want anything to do with him. So guess what? You're not part of my fucking fan base. Plain and simple.
No, listen, and you can just say, you should
What,
just
you're
say,
anti-Markel?
If it gets me a trade, I'll do it.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anybody's sitting here saying I won't trade him.
I don't think he's untouchable.
Nobody said untouchable.
No,
There's
no.
Don't you dare. Don't put words in the beak, okay?
That's what you kind of said.
I kind of said that you got to get a chance to figure it out.
And then you said anybody who doesn't want him in town, Well, isn't that implying you getting traded?
No, that's saying, hey, get rid of this guy. That's that thought process. Like, oh, you got to put him in a deal. Whatever. He's not going to be good. He's going to be a bust. There's a difference in what I'm saying right now.
Okay.
There's a difference. There's a difference of wanting and demanding a guy being out of town and saying, oh, I'll trade him in a deal for a star. There's a big difference. And I think that's what you're missing right now. Big difference. That's crumb talk. That's crumb talk. I want him out. At 19, he's done. He stinks. Okay, fine. Same guy said Joel wasn't going to be good. Same guy said Ben can't play. These are the same guys. These are the same guys who were critical of the entire Eagles team, right? Same guys. I'm not saying they're going to go fucking down Broad Street too, kumbaya either. I'm not saying it. But I'm saying that you guys thought Joel Embiid was going to be bust. You guys called him fucking Greg Oden. I heard it. I heard the Odens. I read the Odens. All you morons. And now you want to hop on wagons. Or you want to figure out because there's so much hate. Because all you can do is figure out how you can hate guys that now you want to find somebody else new. So now we got two semi-budding superstars. So I'll go pick on the 19-year-old kid now and say he's going to stink. Well, your track record's great, babe.
Dude, that's your right as a fan. You're right, and that's their right, and anybody's right as a fan to do that. I would just suggest, and that's the way I'm built, is to stay in that boat once you're in the boat. You understand? Like, I still need to see – before you convince me about Nelson, I need to see a couple more seasons before I say to him. But I'll never – I'm not an Eagles guy, but I'm never going to jump back and start kissing his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because I crushed him. I wanted him cut.
Yep.
Right? So, but I'm listen, great job by the kid. Last year was fantastic. You know, I pat him on his ass. I'm going to give him the props. But I'm not going to jump in there. I'm not going to slurp him. You know what I'm saying? Let's see a couple years. You know what I mean? I crush him. So same way, if you want to kill Fultz or whatever, and it's early on, that's okay. Stay there. If he turns out to be great, you just stay there. Stay there and stay in the hate lane.
Yeah. Don't switch.
I'm there.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. You're in a hate lane?
Well, I'm in the critical lane.
There's a big difference. See, there's a big difference, Greg. You've dropped the ball twice now. There's a big there's critical and hate are two big time different words.
You're right. Yeah,
so what lane are you in?
I'm in very critical.
Okay, that's a fair lane to be in. I think the hate lane is just too much to me. The critical lane's
get
fine.
there. If I keep
Critical's
seeing
fine.
if I keep seeing videos online,
What, then you're getting hate?
No.
Yeah, I'm sick of seeing like
What, handles for days?
Yeah, I just want you to. He missed the layup, by the way.
There's two of them, so
The one I saw, he missed the layup.
Okay, now we're here. Now we're doing this.
No, but that's
Yeah,
exactly what I was saying. Like,
It
I'm done with it for
it
now,
didn't even.
you know?
It didn't even have to be from him. Like, I hate the world, the instant world we're in now, where it's like everything's got to be on video or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Just shut up, get in the gym and work.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean? Or whatever. Get in the bat cage. Get on the field, the jug machine. You know what I mean? Just no one's getting. It's almost like, did you actually work out if you didn't check in?
Yeah.
Or you didn't take a gym
Just
selfie?
show-
Did you just shut up and work?
Just show up when the lights go on. That's all.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
don't give
think
a
it's-
shit what you do at 5 o'clock. You know what
I
I mean?
think it's
Like,
the world we live in.
I don't
No,
want
I know.
to-
And that's part of what I
I
hate.
got no time for 5 o'clock hitters. I got no time for 6:15 jump shooters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whatever time hockey starts, pregame skates. I got
Yeah, guy puts in the net a couple times.
In an open net.
Guy's looking good skating. You see that pregame skate? Look nice. That guy's making great air saves over there. He fucking gave up 6 goals when the fucking guy dropped the puck.
Air
You know what I mean?
saves.
Come on, I ain't got no time for it.
I just, to me, in
Quarterback throws the whole fucking tree. Hey, he just threw that whole tree right there.
Yeah, he does the
You know?
whole thing.
Man, Dak can throw that whole tree. That's pretty nice. When he puts his fucking helmet on, he can't fucking throw from here to the door. You know what I mean? So
It's true,
sorry,
though.
Rob.
There is practice guys, and there's guys who
Yeah,
turn it on when the lights come on. But the thing with him is that in all of them, like I see it in the Sixers groups I'm in and all this kind of stuff. Like if a guy posts anything outside of basketball, it's he's not working. He's not working out. You know what I mean? And guys would get like absolutely murdered for like going on a date or like going out to dinner or like
should just use
being a
that.
picture with their mom or something. You know what I
You
mean?
should
And guys,
always just use that as motivation.
It's crazy.
Like, I would love that kind of hate. Like, the competitor I am. So I would only imagine that, they either don't have that gene or, I know we talk about playing at the highest level. You should, but that just goes to what we talk about. Like, some of them, they're just not killers. You know what I mean? Until they are, they'll get over the hump. You know what I mean? Like, the Celtics were the wounded animal. All right, to steal that word from you. All right, and that's what we wanted. Right, and we creeped in there and we weren't killers. You know what I mean? Like, and we granted Brad Stevens did a great job, and the Celtics played, are a great basketball team as a whole. You know what I mean? But there's no reason if we weren't killers, that we should have won that series. Come on.
Sure.
Dave Roska chiming in. What up, Dave?
What up, Dave?
Vince Parabolia. Jesus Christ. Vince. Hey, Vince.
Hey, Vinny.
Awesome fake jerseys.
Vinny C.
Thanks, Vince.
All right.
Said awesome fake jersey, so I don't.
Do you work for Mitchell and Jet?
I don't know what. Yeah, this is not fake, by the way, because this is a Mitchell and S. Jordan.
Pretty real to me, and I'm on the couch.
That's
so.
a Mitchell and S. Jordan, so that's not fake, Daddy. This McCoy's not fake. The Iverson obviously is. The Weber's the shit one.
I guess he works for Sotheby's.
I don't know.
Everybody online's a critic these days,
Fuck,
man.
dude. Enjoy the fucking show.
I'm about to drop all my social medias, man, because I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, people are upset.
But thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, people just want to take a shot when they can take a shot. So,
I mean,
we can play that guy. Come sit on the
no,
couch.
it's one thing. Yeah,
Love to have you.
Yeah, it's because never once have we said like, hey, come on over to such and such address where we have real jerseys.
We ain't
for
selling
sale.
memorabilia. we ain't selling them.
Well,
I'm not holding them out. Like,
they're
hey,
just
this
hanging,
doctor,
right?
we're selling for $200. Best offer available. Like,
just
what the
hanging.
fuck, dude? No, we're just hung them on the wall. Like, we're not here moving and shaking them. Like, come on, man. Man, I will woodshed dudes. I really will. I just love it. I'll woodshed him. Nitro Freak, what up? Nitro Freak, what up, Kyle? Says he loves Nelson, and he says Fultz is a scrub. And that's fine. That's what he believes, but I disagree that he's a scrub. I just got to I need a little bit more body of work in the NBA. I just need to see a little bit more. Like in 14-game to 20-game sample size, and when I saw him I saw flashes. So when I see flashes, I can then sort of visualize that, okay, there's something there. So can he just put it together?
Pure natural. Is that what you were saying a couple years ago, Nitro? I mean, like I said, you can be honest. Most people aren't, though. So, you can be that guy that says, listen, Nelson was your guy from day one, and you really thought it was coming and it was in there. There's the thumb, brother. Good for you. I'm you very well might be that guy, right? I'm gonna call bullshit, though. I'm gonna call bullshit, okay? Because only Mrs. Aguilar liked Nelson, all right? Only Mrs. Aguilar liked him. Right?
And me.
Don't give me that shit. Yeah, Tom.
I'm sorry. Like,
I
I really did like him. And that's fine. And I could have been completely wrong. I've been wrong about plenty of shit. I was right about this one. That's fine. Right as of right now, or looks right about this one.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm going to be right about Fultz either. I'm not saying that. Nor am I going to say he's going to be the greatest player in NBA history. Nobody's going there. But I think he has the ability to be an all-star caliber player in this league for a long time. And if any bit of what was at Washington, not granted it's Washington, but you still got to score the basketball, still got to do things, right? If any bit of that is there, and he continues to work and get better, why can't he be a really good player in this league? Why can't he? I don't know. I mean, why not?
We saw in the video earlier today, man. He's got the moves. He's
Nitro.
slick, he's
Hey, I
smooth.
appreciate
He
that
does.
honesty, Nitro. That's what I'm talking about, and that's good. That's that's great honesty because that's you could easily.
He said
He wanted him to cut. Listen, join the club. You know what I mean? But yeah, the athleticism was there, and when they drafted him, that first fan camp or that first practice where they opened it up to fans, I mean, it was electric, and people were like, "Hey, this guy's gonna
Boogie.
this guy's gonna blow the top off off defenses." That first year. So, yeah, I mean, it was absolutely there. So it was good to see him put it together. But I love the answer, bro. Appreciate the honesty, and that's why we love you tuning in.
No, absolutely. I like the honesty. If you didn't like him, you didn't like him. But like I said, you can say you wanted him cut and then love him now. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell everybody what to do. That's just not the business I'm in. I'm not going to demand for a second year or a first round pick to be cut. When your contract's up, I won't sign you back, Daddy. You know what I mean? Like I'll just say bye. Yeah. Bye, girl. But like you got to understand something, man.
Bye, Felicia.
When these guys invest in you, okay, and this is it. This can go from some high schools into the collegiate level into the professional level. When guys invest in you, they're going to give you every opportunity to figure it out before this comes. They're gonna try to put you in as many good spots to get you right.
It's absolutely the four majors. Like I said, I'm not I don't know. I'm not a hockey guy, so I'll leave that to you guys. But the other three, the higher guys get more opportunities. You know what I mean? A 30th round pick in the MLBs, get a year or two to kick it around. If you ain't got it figured out by then, you're gone. You know what I mean? Where that first second round guy that they gave you millions to, you're going to get a ton of opportunities. You might get a chance in the big leagues.
Marcus Smith, perfect example. Even though they really never gave him a chance per se, but he was a guy that there's like, you know what, he's just not good enough on our eyes. So when his contract's up, we're just going to let him go. It's okay. You know what I mean? We didn't get it right. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. But you got to give these guys chance. I mean, Jamarcus Russell got every chance in the book. He stinks. Ryan Leaf, every chance in the book, and then he's choking reporters. So, I mean, like, guys, they give these guys opportunity. They have to. You invest way too much money and way too much time and effort into this being after a year, being like, oh, he's done. And I'm not saying it doesn't mean you don't trade him. I'm just, if the right offer comes knocking, but you're not gonna cut him or get rid of him. You do that. You guys don't fucking 4th round picks don't even get cut in the NFL. Like in their first year or two, because they want to give him the opportunity.
Yeah, well, and when you're talking about a guy like Nelly, like you could play special teams in the NFL for a while.
Right.
If you can't figure out the hands part or the route running or your head's not in it or you don't have the marbles for it, whatever it is, they can keep you around. You can with that speed and that athleticism, you can run around, play special teams and make a living for a little bit.
Yeah, you can. You can. You make a living.
That might have been
all
the next
now.
step. Before he was out of town.
Marbles? Huevos?
Huevos.
So can the Phils, back to the Phils for a second, can they actually win 90 games?
I think so. I don't see why not. You're halfway there. And, we're about halfway through the year. So, you're 8 games above 500 right now.
74 games in, yep.
Approaching the halfway. So, if they stay at that clip, I don't see why not.
Yeah, well, that's what gives you that ace. That's why having that ace is huge. Arrieta has done it in the past,
Yeah.
But to have a guy like Nola, because he can't, it hasn't happened yet, knock on wood, but, you're going through one of the 10-game skids or something where you really, where you really fall out of it, where, hey, we just lost 10 straight and all of a sudden, nothing's going right. Every button you push isn't working. And, next thing you know, the wild card's out of your grasp too, and the division's gone. So, in 74 games, you hadn't experienced anything like that, and that's where, when you got a guy like Nola, I don't know if you'll ever experience that. Doesn't mean that he's going to win that particular game, but he could still, when it's his turn, he's going to give you 7. Like yesterday, he looked like he was in trouble, too early. Yeah. And then there was like first and second no outs, and the pitcher screwed the bunt up and screwed that inning up, and then he just settled back in until they swung the bats late for him, and he got himself a win, by going 7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what he's became. He
and
became the guy that when you give him the ball, he's gonna keep you in it.
And you would think if it's not Nola, it would be Arrieta at some point. You know what I mean?
You would hope he would refine it again.
Yeah, it's not now. And hey, that happens.
Yeah.
But you're right. You go through a spin, and that's what Nola has turned into. And you would hope that if it's not Nola on any given day, it would be Arrieta to help that.
Throw the ball, Scott, please. I'm sorry to tell you, but he's not
playing short.
Not a shortstop. Just because Crawford's out, so now they got to play him there. But he's not a shortstop. I mean, I can't say it. I can say it a million times.
A month ago.
Doesn't got the arm to play shortstop.
A month ago,
in my opinion.
No, he doesn't. It was a month ago. Whenever it first happened, we said he didn't play his shortstop since high school. Come on, you know what I mean? Like, he's not throwing 96 across the diamond. I mean, just use your eyeballs. You know what I mean? Like,
Gabe says.
You got to go deep in the hole. You got to go up the middle. You got to do a pirouette. Like, that's your best athlete. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Gabe says the analytics back. King, are you playing shortstop? Well, you should do your analytics. You should fucking burn them right now. You should just burn the whole book. Burn the whole book if that's what the book's telling you. I like Scotty.
When you get the balls, you got to get the balls, and then you got to, like, if you create your own play, that's why I was cracking up last night. Like, Cromer, I love him if he's still chiming in, but, like, the whole Didi Jeter thing, I mean, like, please tell me that you responded to what I said, because it's actually comical that Didi was in the same sentence as Jeter. I mean, it's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and you're talking about different, a better skill set. Like, you can say whatever you want about Jeter. You don't have to like him. You don't have to like the Yankees, but guy's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? And, like, I don't know how bad his glove was. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are talking about Didi being a better defender. Jeter made his own play. The jump throw is a Jeter play. He made that play, dude. He made that play. All right, went up the middle. Went up the middle with a pirouette. You know what I mean? The hat stayed on top of his hat. Like Lonnie Walker for the other night. Jeter had the high hat. He go up the middle, didn't even fall off his head. Bang. Come on, dude. Guy's a winner, champion, and we're talking about Didi Gregorius. I mean, are you guys shitting me? Come on, Chrome, love you, bro. I mean, I had to say that. Sorry, bud.
Didi ain't leaving gift baskets either. You know what I mean? Like, the guy's a full package, babe. He's a full package.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got that. He's just got that regular dick.
That's not even.
But I mean, Scotty back. I mean, not to get on that tangent, but Scotty can't make those plays.
No, he
Come
can't.
on, just You
And
know,
what's
stay
sad
in your
is-
lane, keep them there, or you go over to third where it's just stepping a dive and you got to go make that charge play. You know what I mean? But even down the line, he doesn't have the hose to make that play.
I was seeing Crawford right before he got hurt. It felt like he was getting a little more comfortable over there again. Like they finally were like putting him back at shortstop.
I mean,
And it's like, okay,
it's
you know,
one thing when it's one day a week just to get the guy to bat.
Yep.
But when he starts turning into your everyday,
over
over
your
a guy,
top prospect in your
over-
organization,
over
right?
a guy who is a shortstop,
Yeah.
you know. But let's be real, neither of them are getting the job done.
Well, Crawford is more defensively. He was more defensively. I don't think there's even a question there. But remember, they were yo-yoing him third, sure. Like, dude, the guy is a shortstop. Okay, I know last year that was fine because you had Freddie and you had a Gold
But, like,
Glove
the
shortstop.
first thing-
Okay, that's okay.
But
But
the
this
first-
year, it's his job.
But the first experiment you should always go to would have been Caesar. I mean, Caesar can do it. You know what I mean? Not saying he's, going to be Freddie or he's going to be spectacular either, but he's certainly better than Kingery.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Shorty's
Oh,
played
yeah,
there
yeah.
before at the
He
big
is.
league level.
So now, so why not then? Why not then put Scotty in his natural position then
Yeah, see
and
if
put
he hits.
Caesar there?
See if he hits.
Okay, Nick. Okay, Nick.
See if he settles
Test
in.
it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Bryce was saying the same thing.
Harder on the bag. But no, yeah.
He was saying, like we always talk about, like you should be if you can hit, you can hit.
Yep.
But he's a young guy, and being used everywhere. It just maybe just forget about the launch
It's
angles and
exhausting.
shit like that. But it is, you know what I mean?
Mentally.
Like you want to
Talking
be
about
so you
roles,
want to be
right?
so great on defense. You don't want to be a jabron on defense, especially since Arrieta. You saw Arrieta call him out that time. So now you got to worry about that, and then you got to. It's almost the opposite. Like we always talked about for 150 years. Don't take your glove to the field. Well, it's almost like don't take your glove to the bat with him,
yeah,
to the
yeah,
plate
yeah.
with him. You know what I mean? Like he's just
Yeah.
it's such a snowball.
The
Where,
same
man,
thing
I
with
don't want to
JP.
fuck up. You know what I mean?
I'm not making excuses for either one of them, but it's the same thing with JP. I mean, they did the same thing with him. They yo-yoed him between the two. It's like, dude, and I understand, like, third, short, okay, you can sit there and say it's not a big deal, but I think for a young kid, just at the big league level, they have so much other stuff to worry about. Don't make them worry about the thing they played their whole life, their position they played their whole life. Because most of the time, when you're talking about a shortstop, or a middle infielder, the glove's going to come with them to the big leagues, right? The glove's probably going to come with them. But the bat sometimes doesn't come with them right away. It takes time for that. So what's the only way?
It just didn't make
That's a
any,
good play,
it just
actually.
didn't make any. It just doesn't make any sense. Like I said,
I wrong there?
last year.
You know what I mean?
Well, no, last year when you called him up and when he got called up, you're looking at a guy. Players know whether you're at the young level, you're at the little league level, high school level, college level, pro level. Players know. You understand? They know their peers. They know what they're seeing. You understand? And when you called him up last year, he knows Freddie's delicious. There was no reason for
Yeah.
it. So I'll play a little bit of corner, whatever I can do to help out and make this adjustment. Now this year it was supposed to be his spot, and then we know he got hurt and stuff. But then when he came back from being injured, then he's got to look at Kingery over there. I mean, come on,
I just don't
So
do
what,
it.
What are you doing, dude?
I'm
Like,
not doing
you want
that
me to
to
play
these
the
kids.
corner, and I got to look at this? Come on.
I completely agree with you. And I'm not saying J.B. Crawford didn't come into the league and light it on fire by any stretch. But
No.
there's a reason he was the top prospect in the organization and,
You take it a little
and looked upon as one of the top in baseball for a second. Okay, there's a reason. So give the kid a chance to play his natural position and then figure the goddamn bat out. Instead of now, again, that all our guys are interchangeable. What? It's not little league, Daddy. You know what I mean? It's not a scrimmage game. We're like, everybody's gonna play everywhere today.
No.
We're gonna test guys out.
That's a
Get
bomb.
some.
That's a bomb. 2-zip. No. Yeah, 2-zip. Hoskins.
Get some.
2-run homer.
Knew it was coming because these jabrones on the book told us. I love you guys. Thanks for telling me.
Tape delay.
Yeah, both Parker and Ralphie were like, Reese, and I was like, I just put the phone down.
Catch up.
I didn't want you guys to see it.
416.
Well,
That place is huge, bro. 106 velo or 105 velo. 416, the right center.
Yo, him rubbing Herrera's head on him is getting him a little hotter too, right? I just thought that was funny. Like Reese was trying to get. Look at the knob throw. Look at that. That's clean, baby. That's clean.
Ankle roll. We just created all that energy from the ground
Hit the
up.
lady in the head.
Ankle, front ankle rolled. Fantastic.
Ain't it funny though? Ain't it funny how it all comes from the lower half? You don't realize that.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody always tell you, obviously, get your hand, fire your hands through, all that's well and good. It's crazy. To generate that kind of power, you have to.
Yeah.
You're not driving a ball 416 upper body, babe.
That ball was licked.
I don't care if he's throwing at 120.
Licked.
Yep.
That ball was licked.
Oh, charge him. Just kidding.
he wouldn't find the mound.
He'd run out of gas. He'd run out of gas getting there.
He'd slide into the mound.
Yeah, Park.
I'm hustling.
It's streaming later. It's streaming like it's definitely on a
Spidey, we're on delay, Spidey.
on a delay because we're on the apps and shit.
Yeah, we won't motherfuck you, Spidey. Just continue to to enjoy
continue
yourself.
to tell us. Continue to tell us.
enjoy yourself.
How crazy is this though? I mean, as of like 2 weeks ago, the guy wasn't even considered one of your all-stars anymore, and he got that hot again that he's right back in that conversation.
Yeah, he was still 290.
Yeah, but there was a point where I think he was down to 283. He got down to 283 was the lowest he got, which is that's huge.
Yeah.
77 points.
Woo.
Sometimes it's the opposition you're facing, though, man, because they have to be facing a tough part of their schedule. While you guys were talking, I thumbed through the rest of the year when you were talking about do they have a chance to win 90 games. Looking at their schedule left over. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Looking at their schedule left over, yeah, they got a couple series with the Diamondbacks. They face the Yankees and Red Sox in interleague play, but they play a lot of games against the Mets and Marlins in the second half. So, obviously, for both Herrera as well as the chances to reach 90 games, I think it's looking pretty good.
It is. You know what I love about his strikeout right there, though? When he's walking back to the dugout.
That's when he goes bad, when he's swinging bad pitches.
When he's walking back to the dugout and he pounds the bat off his head. It just lets me know you care enough. You know what I mean? Like you were pissed at yourself for swinging at that pitch.
Or you want 10 days off for concussion protocol.
Stop. Grow up. Guy wants to play every day. He's not the one who wanted to sit out game one. Never forget. Never forget our fucking genius manager sat out our best hitter opening day. Never forget that. Mr. Reinvent the Wheel, Gabe Kapler. Sat him out. Opening day. Not day 2. Not 3. First day of the year. Saying this is our best that we're going to try it out today.
He wishes that was his only
mistake. Yeah, I know.
Of that week.
We were start. I figured if I got back there, we could work our way through the timeline again.
If that was his only faux pas, he would have been like, dude,
manager of the year.
Sign me up.
Manager of the year.
Sign me up. Tanning boots.
He's such a jerk. Like he talks like such an asshole to me. Like he's just like I know Will's talked about the barrel accuracy, but it's all them like made up words, like made up sayings. Like where did you hear that at? I've never heard that. I mean, there's guys who've been around baseball obviously a lot longer than I have that can tell you they never heard that kind of shit. Like we're really talking the accuracy of our baseball, our barrel accuracy. What other shit did he say about pitchers? Oh my God, what's the one he always says about pitchers? He's got another great one, another classic.
I don't know.
Oh my God, it's another good one. I forget what it is. But you know what I'm saying?
Just, like
made up words.
When
like
guy,
what?
When a guy annoys you, it's just anything he does. Like when it's sunny out, he's got the little chip glasses. And it just looks like Ponch from fucking Chips, bro. I'm just like, I fucking can't. He's got 7 pens right here. You know what I mean? Like the first 6. There you go. Told you.
Pen gate.
The first 6 might run out. I gotta have the 7th. Oh, it's unbelievable.
Multicolored for all those statistics.
Yeah, it's unbelievable that the game turned into this. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Like, it's part of it. Like, you want numbers. You need numbers. Baseball's always been a number game, essentially. But, like we were talking about earlier, and just in general, like, you got guys who've never played the game at any level. And just because they went to, an Ivy League school, they're getting jobs at the big league level, and they have no knowledge of the game of baseball. They can just look at a computer and tell you and spit out numbers back to you.
Yeah, it's the same guys who won at Hoskins. Go down to the minors. I mean, we scuffling a little bit. Like, hey, we got to send them down.
30% of the game should be that. 25% of the game can be that to me, where you go off your statistics and analytics. But the other percentage to me has always got to be what it's always been. It does. It has to be with your eyes, your feel. Like a manager's got to be gut. Like hold on. Are you going the books? Are you going the books at Eustis? You guys going analytical books? Or are you guys going by your gut? When you're coaching, you going to a book?
No.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm not.
No, I mean,
we don't have that advantage. Obviously,
my mental book.
Exactly. Your mental book, things you remember, your gut.
Spank bank.
Yeah. Doesn't fit there. But yeah.
Get out of there. Intentional walk. Get out of there. Titties and ball four.
But it's just like, is that what it's going to become in the next, like, just think about this, in the next 15 years,
but
real
that's
quick.
also why
in the
there's
next
30 different
years.
teams, though, too. You know what I mean? Team A does it one way, Team B does it the other. You know what I mean? And we just got the team that does it their way. that we have to watch.
No, I think there's way more than
Well, no,
a few, but
I'm
I
saying-
think it's
Oh,
really
yeah.
starting to
You know what I
overtake
mean? Like,
the game.
No,
It's
it
all
is.
over.
It is overtaking the
I mean,
game.
I told
because
you, like-
they see that to where it's going.
Well, Mike, the best.
Because part of it is these salaries are so outrageous. You're trying to find every advantage to keep them down to where you don't need to overpay somebody. You don't have back into Brinks up for Harper at $500 million for a guy that's going to bat 230 but bash 40 home runs. Where I can team, Altair and Nick Williams together.
But that's different, though. That's going off. That's different. That's not in game. I'm talking about in-game stuff. I'm not talking about the off season and figuring things out, figuring out ways to save money by like the Euclid situation.
That's
You know what I
money.
mean?
That's the money ball.
Yeah.
What he's talking about. Like we're talking on
like
the field.
Like the
stuff
A's still
is
do it,
outrageous.
and Billy Bean, and
Like
we know what he
there's
does.
no, like you can see, like I just like I said, the shift is mind-boggling to me because the numbers are there. I've seen it. I can't spit them out because I'm old and I got a dad brain. But I've seen the numbers. It's not even close. Like, it's embarrassing how much they went up. Like I said, it was like, I think Billy Ripken did it. It was like over the last 6 or 7 years, and he was showing the amount of shifts, and it was just like tripling. And it was the number was outrageous. And then it was like, percentage of would have worked, and it was like 20%. It's like ridiculous.
And
like,
it causes
how
such
could you say that's good? Like,
it causes such weird shit to happen too, man, with guys out of position, especially on the shortstop, on the right side of the second base bag, or when you're having the third baseman playing damn near the second base bag, and you're seeing runners just take third.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is little league shit. You're reducing the game to what we saw at 9 years old.
It's fucking little like shit. Or then like guys are taking bags and nobody knows who's got the bag because you're all out of fucking whack out there. Like, then your whole life, like, shortstop, second baseman, look at each other. Yo, you got the bag, I got whatever. You know what I mean? They communicate with each other. Now they're all out of whack. They don't even – it's just a mess, dude. It's just a mess. It's too much. It's too much. Like, if you want to go off a book because of, like, a reliever's numbers against a guy, fine. That's been going on for a long time. You know what I mean? That's different. Like, and then use your gut as a part of that, too. Fine. You had them numbers to go off of, fine. But the shifts and, Gary Templeton put out a post in like an MLB group, right? The old former MLB player.
Okay.
And he was just talking about that he was at a showcase.
Temps.
And Mike Scans actually sent the photo to me, and it was like, I watched over 12 of the 12 games of some of the best high school players around the country, okay? And I've watched over, what do you say, like some ridiculous number of strikeouts, more broken bats than base hits, and pretty much what he was saying is keep teaching launch angles. It's working. You know what I mean? And you're really, I'm telling you, you talk to kids, they think they're supposed to be here, and but it's a whole upper level changing it through. It's just a mess. It's too much thinking. Like you're gonna hit a ball on a fucking angle.
That's
like
what everybody watches. You know what I mean? So there's nothing on right now. Baseball's the only gig in town, right? So everybody gets a chance to watch this game. And so when they see things, it's a copycat league, and it starts with not just the guys in the league, but like young kids that see it. I put that post out last night because it drove me crazy. The last game I watched, it was the Angels game, right? But I've been seeing it for years now, and with my high school guys, they try it, and I freaking scream at them, and they don't do it, right? The middle, I'm tired of seeing a middle infielder 5 feet in front of the bag to receive the throw from the catcher. All right, I'm tired of it. All right, stop being a pussy. Straddle the bag. The ball travels faster than your hand. The only reason some coward started it, probably probably Cano, who's slick as hell. But these guys think they're slick, so he gets up there. Hey, I'm not getting cleated. All right, he gets up here. He's just going to swipe tag, and then all of a sudden it took off, and everybody does it. It's ridiculous.
Get to the goddamn bag.
Yeah.
I think you put the post out like the ball. I think I thought it was right. Like the ball's going to travel faster than
travels
your
faster
swipe.
than your hand.
It's common sense.
And the other thing too is when these kids are watching these games these days, they're not watching it to learn something.
Yeah.
They're watching it to see how far Harper's going to hit a home run, and then watch what his swing was. Yeah. They're not going to watch to learn like positioning shifts and how to hit a ball, or you know what I mean. Like, when I used to watch a game.
No, they are.
When I used to watch a game, I used to watch it to learn.
It's different, though, but you have Instagram now, too. So, and the problem is, and you have the social media platform. So, what the problem is you see all these, like, different, like, companies, and they put out, reinvent the wheel shit. Yeah. Like the suction cup tee that comes down. You ever see that one, Sweepsy? So, it's a tee that's actually the upside down. Yeah, so, it's here. So, the tee comes down, and the ball gets suctioned in the up here.
That's a backspin tee.
So, that what they want, the backspin. So, they want you to hit it here. So, that only goes one place. You can hit it here and go numerous places in terms of line drive out of the ballpark. It's like I just, but guess what? They're making money. Good for them. Because you want to teach kids the wrong way to swing it. That's fine. But it's just the whole point. It's I don't know. I love the game. We all love the game. Sitting here, all four of us, we're junkies for it, and it drives you insane.
Struggle bus.
Yeah, and that's another guy. That's not worth $500 million. That's not worth $100 million. Honestly, a guy batting 212, I can find them. Right? Am I wrong?
Nah.
I mean, I don't hate. I'm not like a
It's too
Harper
much
hate.
money, but it has nothing to do with hate. It's just that's too much money. You understand? And that's where collusion should be at its best. You know what I mean? Where I'm a big fan of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All 30 guys pick up the phone and say, "Don't you dare pay this guy." You know what I mean? And that's what happened to A-Rod back in the day. He screwed everything up. It helped him out, but I mean, $250 million back then was like, oh my God, that was monopoly money. You know what I mean? It was insane. Yep. You know what I mean? And obviously he was a Hall of Famer. Sticking needles in his ass, eating gummies, whatever it was. The guy was a pretty good player. I mean, and his numbers showed it. You know what I mean? Where Harper had one good year, really, if you ask me. I know he's a talent. You know what I mean? But he had an MVP year, and then everything else is. You don't want to use the word pedestrian, but I mean, it almost is. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. He doesn't stay healthy either. So
one thing I've always known to be true since I played was when I have a nice level swing, I have a great batting average, and the ball still leaves the ballpark.
You drive it through 405, not over it.
Yeah.
All the greats say the same goddamn thing. Guys who bat 330 and hit 40-plus home runs or 30-plus home runs like Chipper and Miggy, they all tell you the same way. Or a lot of guys can't tell you. Some guys can't even understand how they do it. Like a lot of guys don't even know how they do it at that level. They just do it because they're that talented, right? But there is plenty of guys who realize how they do it, or they study themselves so much to realize the right way to do it. But they all talk about the same way, right? I don't want to get underneath the baseball. I don't. I want to square it up, drive through. But I had a good point after that, and then I lost it. But that's fine. I was somewhere. I felt like I was somewhere good, and then I completely just lost in my train of thought. 14 hours, going on 15 right now. 6 a.m. Wake up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good for you.
Kid.
It's good for you.
Early.
Krem said, I definitely see a place for analytics, but the fact that computers are now taking over the decision-making takes the purity of the game out a little bit. Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more, Krem, on that. Couldn't agree more. Peter Albertson, what up, Pete? Good evening, all. And should I say I am happy with what is going on now with the Phillies? How do you guys feel about the idea of Beltre trade from Texas, good, bad, rental player for the rest of the season, and then go get Machado? Not a bad one. He's definitely an upgrade, even though he's 39 years old. He's still swinging.
He's one of those names that is in that.
He had another one?
No, it's
oh, my God, I just got excited.
They got Gabe wired up.
They get Gabe wired up. I just didn't hear anything.
He said probably said barrel accuracy. So you heard everything.
But no, I like Beltre. I've always been a fan
Nipple
of
loop.
Beltre.
Yeah.
But I think he would be, he'd be very, huge.
Veteran presence. Yeah, absolutely.
Beltre.
Still tremendous glove. Still glove and still hits. Yeah, absolutely.
There was the bow tie tweeted out someone. There's actually somebody interested in Michael Franco. Like, can we hurry this along?
Yeah, Padres.
Can we hurry this along and get him there ASAP?
Go reunite with Galvis.
Go ahead.
I don't even need anything back.
Crum said, my favorite trade of all time, Gary Templeton to San Diego for Ozzie Smith. Fire Matheny. I love the Fire Matheny hashtag. Rob Potts. What up, Rob?
Potsy.
Never saw a fly ball take a bad hop, work down to the ball. And then Parker says what we're all saying.
Yes,
amen,
yeah,
Rob
absolutely.
Potts. A freaking man.
I had a kid today. He was all mad. He hit a ground ball. He's like, I want a line drive. I said, yeah, don't we all? I said, but a ground ball it's in play. They still got to make the play.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, dude.
Contact.
It's harder. It's harder to feel a ground ball than a pop up. And listen, I'm not. I understand home runs pay the bills for these guys. At least that's what Major League Baseball is telling you. Home runs are going to pay the bills. But shit, I'll take a guy that bats 320 and can hit 25 out before I take a guy who can hit, say, 45 and bat you 220. Every day and twice on a doubleheader on Sunday. That's the direction I'm going. But it's not even a debate.
We still play doubleheaders on Sunday.
I know. I was going back.
When you're concentrating on getting
Ernie
that
Banks,
barrel on
let's
the
play
ball,
too.
it's going to fly out, man. You can still get 30, 35 homers and have that plus 300
Yeah,
batting average.
Listen, and especially, I mean, it's been around forever. I mean, it's an old adage. Let him supply the power, all right? And now in today's game, everybody's 95 to 100. They're supplying all the power, right?
absolutely.
You just got to you got to square it up. You got to get the contact.
Yeah.
If you get the contact on time, it's going to go. You don't have to swing out your ass. You don't have to swing up. You know what I mean?
Tell
Stay
Donaldson
tall
that.
and get through it, baby.
Because Donaldson doesn't even realize in his MVP year that his home runs traveled 8 to 11 feet. That's not a pop-up, Daddy.
Yeah.
That's driving through the baseball. Now you're Mr. Here. That's on you, okay? Because you went on MLB Network and you started talking out your ass because you didn't know what you were really doing. That just proves he was just doing it. He had no idea what the hell he was doing. Then he's like, oh, well, I'm doing this. I want to get underneath of it. Dude, you're 8 to 11 feet on all your homers. So you know what I'm saying? You drove through the baseball. I think Sweep said it to me like 2 months ago about people thinking that guys are late, hitting the ball the other way. And I think he was talking about was that with the Griffey conversation?
Kingery.
Like you just want to square. You just want.
Oh,
You're
shit.
out.
He got a great jump. Then you're running in quicksand.
Then you say
What
that
are
you
you
just
doing,
want to, if you hit a ball, it doesn't matter where you hit a ball as long as you square it up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
He said
you're never late.
if you
You're
barrel.
never late, which is great. Which makes a lot of
Great
sense
comment.
when you say it to kids. It makes a lot of sense to them. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, because all the dads are like, hit the ball, drive the baseball,
Look-
pull
look-
the baseball. Like
Right.
no, it's
Look where Turner took that throw. And the only reason, is because Kingery, was stuck in, quicksand.
Right.
I mean, what are you doing up there?
was he up there too? I couldn't
Yeah,
even
he's
tell.
way up.
He was moving, but no, he was
Yeah.
above it though. He was moving because the throw was there, but he was
Soft.
above the bag.
Soft, Dad.
Yeah.
Like the Cardinals thing the other night, the video you sent. Softness. Like a guy had to slide into the bag there. He had to. What's he going to do? You can't run through it and it's veer or slide, babe. He slid. You know what I mean? It's baseball. And everybody, and he padded the guy, right away.
Yeah.
The Brewers guy padded the guy and was like,
Sogard went in hard legally, totally legal. Munoz didn't like it. And that's, Carlos Martinez hasn't got anybody out all year. And he was wolfing.
it just was funny. Like,
with
it
that
looked like
hair,
there was
I don't know,
nothing
he's
going to
gonna beat
happen.
up.
It looked like it was funny. He was like, yes. And they looked at each other. And then
Well, that's what I said. That's why I got the camera working, because they were showing Counsell. So I'm like, that's a good slide. And they were showing Counsell, and then Counsell was like, oh, shit.
Ralphie, you didn't miss anything with Gabe mic'd up. He was telling the bench coach how much coconut oil you used today. Parker says Padres shouldn't be interested in Franco. Villanueva mashes lefties. And Crone says maybe Beltre and Hamels. I'd love that for the Phils.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That ball's licked as well.
Is that Nappy?
That stolen base was a kill.
Nap hair. Take two.
It's a run.
That's a run.
Yeah, I know. It's a kill.
But listen, I'm not going to break balls for trying to take bags.
Yeah.
Because I was bitching about this
Yeah.
over the last 2 weeks that, the way you get your team out of a funk is some hit and runs,
Yeah,
some
you-
bags stolen,
just pick-
some moving runners.
No, listen, I have no problem with it. You just got to pick your spots. It was 1-0 fastball up and away, and King
Oh, it was
running.
1-0?
Yeah, running in quicksand.
Give me an 0-1 steal, Scotty. Okay, something when you're expecting something all speed,
Yeah,
big
someone,
dog.
yeah,
Okay?
you might get an all-speed pitch.
And that's not learning the game at the big league level. That's every level. When you start throwing breaking stuff, right? It's every level when you start throwing breaking stuff. It's unbelievable. I want to smack. Maybe because he was mic'd up, I want to go choke him. I really want to choke him out. I would love to. I would love to. And then tell him to rub coconut on my sack.
Latrell Sprewell.
That's weird. I got weird. Right? I got weird. I got weird quick. Sorry, it sounded like Arietta.
Once he said spree, you were good.
I was back.
Once you said spree, you're off the hook, buddy. Nobody heard anything else but that lunatic.
He's broke. He was going broke. He had to sign a big deal. SJM 86, and then we'll head over to break and head over to the site and YouTube here in a few. What up, fam? What up, SJM?
Sam?
He says Santana needs to keep getting on base. He might hit 260 at best, but his on-base percentage in walks will be above average. Great. He will juice the bases for. Well, he put the wrong name in. He said Altair, Alfaro, Kingery, etc. Yeah, well, we'll leave Aaron out of that list. Something to baseball you do not need to be adjusted. You guys are hitting the nail on the head. Buck up, brace for impact, and make the fucking play. Always was taught sacrifice your body for the ball. And he says strike short in the swing and make contact square. Hitters now are leg kicking, swinging for the fence on 2 strikes with runners in scoring position. All about contact. Yeah, he's going on. He's going on it, but he's right.
He's dead on.
SoFly, who I do not know, but they know you, Sweeps. Nikki Dell.
What up?
We don't know who SoFly is, so we need a name. It's a YouTube game. You don't know who anybody is. You know
No,
what I
I
mean? You
have
don't
no
know.
clue.
You don't know. You're guessing.
Appreciate the shout out.
Listen, if you just joined us, our poll question was, as of today, who is your Phillies All-Star representative? Nola, Herrera, Ramos, Altair, crying emoji because he's not. All right. But you can have more than one. It could be all three.
Yeah.
You know, if you think Arrieta has a shot, buy a clue, but you can throw him in. You know, whatever.
LeBron crying emoji. That's it. I'm tired of it. That's it.
Crying face.
Mike is now turning. Mike is now turn the page. It's
Jordan-
time
yeah.
to turn the page on Mike and
LeBron crying.
Yeah, let's go. It's Bron time. 3-6. Cry time.
Cry time.
Cry emoji time.
Cry time. So on the other side, we're going to talk Phillies trade moves. We'll continue our reactions to the Phils Nationals right now. Phil's going for the sweep. Sixers draft recap and a little local baseball news.
Yeah.
Little carp cup, little conversation. Agree, disagree. The best in the business. A2D Radio. I was waiting. He was taking the helmet off. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Segment brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public accountant. Make them yours. Find them on the web, gibsonmayer.com. See you on the other side.
I got the orange glove. I thought we were going to commercial. the NFL got the big orange glove. I thought we were going to commercial.
You're getting the okay by the runway guy. We're good.
The field reporter. Keep going. Keep going.
Follow us at YouTube site, wherever you want to go. We'll be over there.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
listening to Bad Boys of Sports Talk Radio. Agree, disagree. Only on, you know what? A2DRadio.com.
You're listening to Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com.
You're listening to the Bad Boys of Sports Talk. Agree to disagree right here on A2DRadio.com.
listening to Bad Boys of Sports Talk Radio. Agree, disagree. Only on, you know what? A2DRadio.com.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
You're now listening to the motherfucking greatest. We tried it again. Greatest great A2D Radio, B&W Atlantic City Studios. You know where to find them. Everybody's got a Google. Okay. Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public accountant. Make him yours. Find him on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Sponsoring every Sunday show here. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Greg Malkovic, Robbie Pove on the ones and twos, Brian Wilson, and John Haggerty concert. Playing
John
a little,
Fogerty.
I don't give a fuck. Playing a little center field.
Has Wills ever played center field in his
John
life?
Haggerty.
He'll tell you he did.
Johnny Hagg's playing a little second base.
Yeah, he's the guy who tell you he could have been big if it wasn't for an arm injury.
Well,
you were good at 12.
If you
Daddy.
can believe it,
All
I was
right.
the leadoff center fielder back in Little League.
Shush. That shows you everybody plays the outfield a little bit, huh?
And I resembled Nails.
Boom.
Lenny Dykstra.
Oh, you meant me.
Was
I said
number
there's
4.
I said there's stories of West Effort, Daddy, that that I don't want to relive. I get CTE or P, whatever it is, post traumatic stress syndrome.
PTSD.
Yeah, like I got issues. You put me in West Effort in light field under the lights. Granted, the kid went 4 for 4 that game, so you can't take him out. But he also dropped 2 fly balls. Never played the outfield. You know what I mean? It was an experiment. And the lights, too. So it was never
First time
outfield.
lights.
And first time lights. Oh, my God. It's done. Done. Now I'm excuse driven.
This is amazing.
Taste the
What
rainbow.
is that going
Greatest
on?
thing I've ever seen.
I want to slide on that while it's wet
I want a
with real Skittles on that.
I want a Skittles milkshake right now. I mean, oh my God.
I want to slide across the
now-
whole thing
Now
with,
all of a sudden,
with Skittles
we're
getting tossed into my
sponsored
lips.
tarps.
Yeah,
I
it's
know, right?
disgusting. Disgusting. We got to show you can sponsor here, babe.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
We got a big fucking platform here, Daddy. Feel free.
These guys are ready to go. We might be, maybe
Yeah,
it's
so's
blowing over.
A-Rod. So's A-Rod. He would love to dip it. And Mendoza, he loves it.
Jessica.
Oh, yeah.
He got J-Lo at
Well,
home.
he stays with the, he loves the Latino girls, and he should.
Yeah, J
With
booty.
With J-Lo,
Got
but
that J booty.
let's not act like he's not hammering on the road still.
Old school Bob Horner Braves unis.
The Bravos.
Wow.
Yo, they don't stop either, boys.
Dale Murphy and Bob Horner. Oh, look at those.
Dan's be
unis.
getting hot.
They haven't stopped, by the way. They just keep on going. That's a good young baseball team, the Atlanta Braves. They just keep on going,
Dude, those
keep on
unis
winning
are
games.
fresh.
They are fresh. That stadium. I'm gonna try to get to that stadium.
Fresh.
Well, I'll be in Georgia,
1980s, buddy.
I'll be in Georgia
That's
2
the
weeks.
80s.
I think the stadium's like a half an hour from where I'm at. I might as well go try to check out a Braves game in like 98-degree weather.
Yeah, you go there. You're not far.
So
Just go right down 75.
nice, more driving.
Nah, it's not that bad.
Dude, I can get you a flight under $200
I don't fly.
round trip.
I don't fly if I don't have to. I fly to other countries because I have to. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to Dominican. I got to get there's one way I can get there.
I'd consider Atlanta have to.
Nah, Daddy, I'm doing that driving 9 hours. You know who the fuck you're talking to? I'm doing that driving 9. It's a boom.
14.
No, it's 11 and a half from here, and I'm doing it in 9. I cut an hour and a half off of that ride easy. The kid will get to Sarasota, Florida in 16, and it's like a 20-hour drive where I cut 4 hours off of that bitch because I'm a gangster on the roads. Because I know it. I'll be careful in Virginia because they hammer you.
Until a super trooper pulls you over.
From up top. And it's not even from down here. They're like, they got the light flashing down on you like, pull over. I told you, it's the greatest story. I got pulled over driving to Florida one time. Driving to Florida. I love a movie.
Say it again.
One more time. So I'm driving to Florida.
Now.
And I'm in the left-hand lane, and I'm in Virginia. And the guy in front of me is flat out cruising, so I stay behind him, and I'm cruising too, right? And I'm not going his bumper by any stretch or nothing like that, but we're both cruising. Cop flies up on my side, no lights on, so I'm like, I'm not getting pulled over or anything. And he pointed to me And he said, over, right? And then he went and hit the lights and pulled the guy in front of me over and did a double pull-over. I said, you guys are just cleaning up down here. With double pull-over it?
And the helmet and the hat doesn't fall off.
No,
It's
not at all.
unbelievable.
No. And
You
they,
got to perfect it.
and they got the choppers, too. So they get you from up top. That's where they get you because it's all air. They say it's all air, most of it. Air radar and stuff.
yeah.
It's disgusting.
Virginia's for lovers. Bullshit.
Yeah, it's not. You can't even have a – like, remember back in the day when radar detectors were cool? Like, everybody had one?
I used to-
You couldn't have one.
I used to go to school. I used to go to Liberty down in Virginia. As I'm driving, if a cop pulled behind me, I had my radar detector to where I could just yank the cord and it would just slide right off. So it wasn't there anymore. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
$250 million right there. 25 years old, entering free agency. $250 million. That was an A-Rod.
Poll question.
Yeah.
As of today, who is your all-star representative for the Phillies? You can have more than one if you want. Noah, Herrera, Ramos, Altair,
Got no
crying
Altair
emoji.
votes. Got
and
no
nor
Altair
should you.
votes. I'm a little upset at that.
Well, nor should you. You know, I think we're all in agreement here on the couch that it's Noah and Herrera would be your representatives, and Ramos with an opportunity depending on how the team plays and how he continues to pitch. So if he continues down this path, then he might be a guy that makes it. But we'll see on that. And we didn't really get it. We talked a little Phillies trade moves. Enough of it. You know, we talked about, Beltre and Hamels would be interesting, and we would do Machado as well. You know, we have no problem going 4 players like Sweeps talked about earlier in on Machado. You know, 2 pups and whatever else. Moustakos is another good name who I like. Starling Castro.
Moustakos, he's a 1-year guy anyway. So instead of like ponying up for Machado, maybe you go get Moustakos, who can't play short,
Play third.
but would solidify the middle of that lineup.
Absolutely, and can flat out play third too.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, you Gold Glover. I mean, not in the National League.
Yeah, because you got pops.
Arenado.
Yeah, certain guy.
And
Arenado wins it every year.
And this guy, Rendon,
yeah,
he can stick it. He can glove it too.
Yeah, there's guys. There's guys over here. So I mean, I'm open for a lot of them, and I'm open for Starling Castro because I thought he's a good baseball player.
Yeah,
he'd be an upgrade to your lineup definitely.
And he's a legit shortstop.
Legit.
And I think Miami
second, right? For
and he's
Marlins?
been playing
for a while.
second. Yeah.
And he played second a lot in his career too.
Yeah.
He played a lot. He played a lot of second. He's played both.
He was there for the Cubbies for a long time with the Yankees. Played him at second.
But-
Marlins.
Greg, to your point from AM and the PM, that you could slide Caesar to third and have Castro play second.
Or you can have Castro just play third.
Oh, you could too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a guy you get on the cheap from the Marlins because they have no clue what the fuck they're doing.
And all they want is someone to pick up the money.
Yeah, we'll
In
take
reality.
it. We'll take it. They had to bring somebody in this year. Not that he's like a special, but he's just like these are your B-ish level guys.
Well, he's who
he's
the salary they took back
other
from
options.
the Yankees.
Yeah. So there's other options outside of Machado, or the big name guys where you can still get your team better. Because let's be real, none of them big deadline moves, big time, really ever pay off. I mean, Verlander did for Houston. And there's been guys who have, but it's usually the lower level guys. Your B
deals.
guy, your little deals.
And sometimes
that
it's
just add
the
on.
early deals that
true.
change it more than when you wait to the deadline.
No, you're right.
He's
You're right.
272 and 300 at bats.
Who? Beltre?
No, Castro.
Castro?
No power numbers, but 272.
Well, in
see.
regard to the Mets, a lot of people point the finger towards when they picked up Cespedes in 2015, but it was really signing Kelly Johnson and Juan Uribe that brought them that far, just like, Castro.
Yeah, it's them other moves. It was Joe Blanton, you know what I mean? It was Joe Blanton for the Phillies. It was like guys are like, oh, Joe Blanton, whatever. And he just helped. It was another piece just to help. And that's all this is. Not that we're winning the World Series, but, you want to get into the postseason and play some October baseball. Some of these moves or one of these moves you really have to make. And you could use another arm, and Hamels would be great. But, I mean, I'm not going to give up a ton. Sorry, just watching a pretty swing.
Yeah.
I think at this point in Hamels' career, nor would you have to, though. Yeah, get a Hamels.
It's clean. It's clean on contact. Ooh. And then he gets after. Yeah. And that was Cabrera talking about finish high.
Finish after extension.
Yeah.
Through base hit.
Stayed with it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm good for any of them. But, I mean, Hamels would be great, but I'm not giving up a lot for him, okay? And I think Texas would know that.
Yeah.
And, Machado, we're going to give up. And Moustakos is really the name I really like a lot because I feel like Crawford's going to come back at some point and just let him play shortstop. And you can figure Kingery out. I don't know what else to tell you. You know what I mean? Because I want to solidify a position. And third base is a position that is the power position, and we don't get it as much as we should from Maikel Franco. So you need to upgrade there. Again, if you want to play October baseball. And he's going to solidify your lineup so much more than it is, too. Think about your lineup now. You add a Moustakos. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a Machado. It doesn't have to be. Especially if you got – I don't care about fucking prospects because they're all whatever. You know what I mean? You don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Like, teams want to say they know. Baseball America wants to claim they know, but nobody has a fucking clue. You have a projection. You think this guy's really talented, but you don't know what a guy could absolutely hit the cover off the ball his whole minor league career, get up to the big leagues, and not be able to hit anymore.
Don Brown.
It happens. Yeah, it happens. It is, so nobody knows. So I have no problem with prospects, but I'm not going to give you like a Moniak. I'm not going to, I'm not going to give you guys that I got to give you a little bit more time to see who they are. You know what I mean? That's the kind of things I'm talking about. But I just don't. I'm not in. Like, this shows you. It's almost like the LeBron thing. There's other options. There's B. There's other ones that can still make you better. When you're talking about the Sixers to a 52-win team, a Tyreek Evans type of player, and what I would do, and we'll get into this in a minute, but what I would do is just max contract Clint Capella. Make Houston fucking match it then. Make them match it, and then we'll just go big as shit on your ass. That's fine. Both guys can play the pick and roll. They can both defend off of it. They're both athletic as shit. You know what I mean? They're both rim protectors. San Antonio did it. And this is even more athletic duo, in my opinion. Because I think Joel's more athletic than Timmy. And obviously Capella and Robinson, athletic-wise, are both real athletic guys. Yeah. I'm going to give Dave the nod. He's a Hall of Famer. But, you know what I mean? I'll give him a nod athletic-wise, but he's a Hall of Famer. So it's sort of like the same type of situation. But any names you guys like more than others? I mean, Beltre you can get real easy. That's an easy one.
I think if there's a way to combo to Beltre Hamels,
Yeah, you're getting it from the same team, yeah.
From the same team combo and get them.
Two guys,
there apparently there's a lot of interest in both Jones and Duvall. And,
Adam Jones?
Adam Jones.
Yeah, I got no problem with Adam Jones. I think he's a good guy, too.
I think regardless of
like
center.
Seems like he's one. Well, he can go play right. He's older.
That's where, regardless of.
Or go play left.
My love for Nick Williams and my hatred for Aaron Altair, neither of them are getting it done, regardless. You know what I mean? So you have that hole in right field that you go get an Adam Jones, he solves that.
He does.
Tarp's coming off, gentlemen.
Back to baseball.
Skittles Tarp.
It's disgrace that they even let that go on that inning.
That was flying, wasn't it?
It's disgusting. You're gonna leave us out there to pitch in that shit.
Especially when you got Doppler and stuff. I mean, it's coming.
You know it's coming, and you know when it's gonna end too.
It's not like us where we're sitting at in a field and we're like, I hope it blows over. You know what I mean? Like, they got every monitor in the world.
Yeah. Fuck Skittles. Fuck Skittles.
Ginger werewolf.
Fuck him.
See, my goodness.
He's such a pimp. He's such a pimp. I like that guy so much because he just turned himself into a fucking really good major league player.
Yeah, they missed
him. Really go on.
They missed him so much.
Hey, Mats. Mats, have this.
And he hit the wife out of the ballpark, too.
Hey, Mats, hold my beer.
They missed him so much.
Remember when I played for you?
And it wasn't good enough?
Yeah, it wasn't good enough. So Mike Parker says, yo, Tom, what's he talking about? During the break, he said, I just bid on a Dawkins signed photo and a Kelsey signed Super Bowl speech photo. I won on 800 today. Let's go. Let's go. Frank Vespi.
Sorry, good.
No,
there's another sneaky name. The Pirates look to be rebuilding. A guy named Gregory Polanco to play right field for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Young, too. You're not getting – you're
youngish,
not. Yeah. Well, young enough. I mean, he's got to be like 26, 27.
Yeah, he's probably that. Didn't he just sign a contract, too?
So he's probably like 26, 27.
He might have.
It could have been.
Which is maybe why they're
shopping.
Point, why they're trying to shop him.
Yeah, it would make a ton of sense.
I don't even know if they said that, buddy. I was just throwing it,
SJM 86 got to watch Virginia and South Carolina. Absolutely. Ralphie D. Wish it was Don Brown as a pick.
Ooh, look at this. We can get him for cheap. Sorry to cut you off.
No, cut away.
Your first highlight after says Pirates patience wearing thin with Polanco sat for the third straight game. Cheap.
He's sitting and stuff. There's more going on here. He's like a fucking crumb. You know what I mean? Like, I'm out. I'm out. We got Kawhi 2.0. Yeah. Nowhere near that level.
No. He's like, they're sitting him. He's not voluntarily sitting. They're like, have a seat, cat.
Yeah, which is worse. Which is just as bad.
I know.
I don't know which one's worse, actually.
He's got 9 jacks.
Probably asked to be sat is definitely worse.
9 yaks.
Mike Parker says Moustakos, we could use another good lefty bat. And he said, no, Ralphie just said, I wish Don Brown was the pole pick. So moving into a little Sixers draft recap as well.
Frank checked in.
Oh, yeah, Frank said, sorry, I was late for the poll question. Has to be El Torito. I fell asleep before the game started. Well, welcome back awake. Skittles took care of you here. And SAM says, this guy, I'll laugh my ass off, go Lakers. Yeah, well, Ralphie's a Lakers fan, but he's 3 for 4 here in Philly. 3 for 4 spot. So a little draft recap, boys.
He's a crumb top. He's a crumb cake.
Yeah.
Ralphie's just a crumb on top.
and then Michigan State.
Crumb
weird.
on top.
Lakers, Michigan State, and then Philly.
Did he go there?
No.
Okay. I was giving him the benefit of the
He
doubt.
might have got touched there. Love you, Ralphie.
Driving by, Nasser grabbed your wiener.
I almost died.
He used the bathroom. He just stopped by, driving through.
Driving through.
Used the bathroom, and there was Nasser right in the glory hole.
We have to do a physical.
Yeah. I'm just driving by.
I know a guy named Jerry who wants to visit too. Got some questions for you. Oh my God, this could get ugly quick.
Yeah, is it good?
So a little recap. What'd you think about the draft? The trade, the selection of Bridges, the deal.
I initially was mad on it because I mentioned on Wednesday I wasn't the biggest fan of Bridges, and it had nothing to do with Mikel. It was just like it fit together too easy. It was too generic of a pick for me, and then especially the way it played out with Porter Jr. there. There's a lot of guys in this draft that are very solid basketball players that would help a franchise out almost right away. And Mikel fit that to a T. With the way Porter dropped, I just thought that his potential to be a star over all these, I don't want to say average, but all these other average guys.
Not the best draft. Yeah,
for me was
not the best
was
pool
the
of
pick.
talent.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is something to be said about a lot of safe average guys.
And considering if Sam was here, which I know you're a Sam guy, we take Porter right there.
I think so too.
He took JoJo under the same circumstances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or the injuries and the foot issues, and we're like, hey, listen, I'm going to take the best guy, the best big man. I think with this pick, I'm going to take him, and let's hope he stays healthy.
Value
all
pick.
right? And then in the beginning, it didn't. We were all like, "Oh man, can score the basketball," and he's a guy that can score the basketball.
Yep.
I know the body of work isn't there. There's not enough for the average person to see it. But it was a McDonald's All-American. I know we're talking about high school. I'm just saying, like that's it's all you got to go by when he he played 3 college games. You know what I mean? Like you guys and all McDonald's All-American
and bad teams pass on him because they don't want to wait.
Stands out at that game. Like he stood out in that game when there's 30 other superstars. He stood out in the McDonald's All-Star game. So.
And the funny thing is, it's not like I think what scared a lot of bad teams off is the thought of him maybe sitting out
sitting a year.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're already bad. We can't do this. We can't do the trust the process game. And I think that's why he fell more so than anything else. For the Sixers, I think they like the fit of Bridges, even though I talk about all the time that you take best player available. You don't worry about who.
I understand not getting caught up in the whole Nova thing. I get that, and I'm not saying he would have been special, but I feel like he was a pretty good piece right there. If you're not going to go Porter, and the fact that you got another pick out of it, I guess that was. Do whatever you want. To me, it was an incomplete draft right now because we don't know what's going on. So it's hard for me to give a draft grade and stuff. Like, do we need another defender? I mean, I know, Zaire Smith is a good athlete and the upside's there, they say, but he's not really, a great offensive player. I mean, he can deal you up, what I mean, which we love. We love those guys that are going to muck it up and tough guys. We want to add them to our roster. I have no problem with
especially after Boston, we almost need it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's why I love. That's why I like the pick. And like Sweep said, his offense game has gotten more polished as he's went on. He didn't. His first year at Novi, he wasn't as polished as he is now.
No, he became a better shooter.
Yeah. So I would hope that he becomes a little bit better of a shooter. But just as a pure athlete and defender, I like the pick and the fact that you save a couple bucks if you're star hunting, like they say, and you get that unprotected pick, and that's the first year where now high school kids are eligible. So that changes that game a little bit. And nobody gets unprotected. I think you were saying, like, nobody in the right mind gets unprotected away.
And he's so young enough.
Nobody ever does.
He's so young enough where, like, the comp right now, where this is just me. I mean, ain't nothing on TV, or, and just can switch.
Yep.
Play
anybody.
Yeah, play under that RoCo was. You know what I mean? Where got in the passing lane, got a couple steals.
The AI
defender,
situation. Same what AI did. But that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's. He flat out jump out the gym, and, you see some of the highlights there. So, he's great in transition, obviously. And I think he's like you guys are saying, he's a really good defender, which I love. I love guys who can dig it up.
Like I said, it's so incomplete for me, so I couldn't give it a draft grade. Like 26 was a head scratcher to me. You know what I mean? Like, I like Shamet. Wichita State. Good program and stuff, but. Yeah, I don't know.
See, I think 26, to me, when I saw 26.
I understand you're getting higher and stuff, but I don't know. I thought there were some guys on the board still.
When I saw 26, I saw Spurs. I saw Spurs looking for a point guard.
Yeah.
To let Patty Mills play off the ball. So everything that I
bag it again.
I take on this draft is contingent on this star hunting going forward. Especially when you start to, lock in the pieces. Who went 18 to the Spurs? Lonnie Walker, who was talked about throughout the whole leading up to the draft, who the Sixers were going to draft at 10. Lonnie Walker. You know what I mean? It's just seems like too many things.
He might come back.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a Kawhi Walker for, Smith, because Pop's going to want the upside. You know what I mean? Smith, Shamet, and then, 2 firsts. The 2021 Heat pick, and then maybe ours next year.
Yeah, and then you just got to figure out money matching from there.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's the kind of deal that can get you a rental.
That's where my head's spinning. That's the kind of deal that can
get you a rental.
That's where my head's spinning. You know what I mean?
Because now the kids at 8, well, essentially 18
but I mean, how
and 20
is that?
or 19 and 26, at this point have the most value they're going to have.
Right.
You would think. So
he probably wants to play in LA. So I mean, how is that steep? Really steep for
if you get Lonnie back, I don't think so.
But that's where I think.
That's where I think they meet in the middle.
Yeah,
they meet in the middle. Like, hey, we're giving you 2 kids, and we'll give you that heap unprotected because we don't give a rat's ass about it, or we'll give you 2 of ours.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because we're gonna be good enough. We don't give a shit, and we'll keep the Heats unprotected.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean? There's ways they can do it. And then maybe there's a RoCo tossed in just because of money, where you have to match some money or somebody of some substance money wise,
or a Fultz. Maybe Pop's like, I can get this guy. You know what I mean? Pop sees the –
yeah, but I'm not trading him for him because I can't. I can't trade him for him because of the whole L.A. situation. I cannot do that. I think that's bad for your organization. That's not smart for your organization in any way to do it for the really good chance he's not going to stay here. No matter what happens, he's going to L.A. When guys make it that clear that he's going somewhere, that's why I can't give out too much, like Sweep said. Is that a little too steep for a guy who wants to play in LA? Well, this is, to me, it's even more steep. You throw in Markelle and some of the things we're talking about, it gets really steep. To me, for Kawhi, for 82.
If you don't have to throw in, Shamet and you get Walker back, maybe.
I'll just try to avoid putting Fultz in the deal if I can.
Yeah.
Because it's a rental. Because I have the quotes over their head. You know what I mean? I have Kawhi's quotes over their head. So I hold the leverage in terms of, hey, this isn't a sign and trade.
Right.
He's already made it clear he wants out. He wants to go to L.A. So we'll give you, we'll take him out. We'll take him away from you. You don't want to trade him to L.A. We got that. So trade him here. We'll give you some young pieces. We're just not going to give you anybody outside of RoCo of any substance on this roster. The facts. We'll give you picks. We'll give you everything you want. You want some extra cash thrown in? Good. We'll go to the under table deal too. Whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to go all in for a guy that I know doesn't want to play here. Wants to go to L.A. And now you take him to the East Coast, too. You're taking him real far away from L.A. It's just, that's to me. That's how I feel about it.
But if he was smart, where's your better chance of winning? And your better chance of winning is in the East with the Sixers. And if he gets a little taste of that, and they get to the finals and maybe even challenge the Warriors in the final, because we're just assuming they'll make it again, maybe he stays.
Or maybe he really is the crumb who said to Pop, I want out. I mean, when you say,
Yeah, true,
when you
true.
say,
But you don't
I'm
know
down
what
with
goes
that.
on.
I'm down with
hold
that.
the phone.
You don't know
Hold the
what's going
fucking
on
phone.
under
Hold the phone.
inside.
I know what's going on. I know what's going on. A guy told one of the best coaches of all time that he doesn't want to play for them anymore. So what's going on inside? That's all I need
Well,
to
he just
fucking
knows
know.
the window's
That's so
closed.
disrespectful in so many ways to a guy that you'll never in your career, okay, hold his fucking jockstrap ever in terms of accolades. You'll never hold it. You will never hold it, and you got the balls and the audacity. I don't care about not playing. I don't care about the injury. I'm not getting on that because I don't know about nobody does. But what I do know is when you tell the coach that you don't want to play there anymore.
That's never happened before?
That's red flags, Daddy. That's
never happened before?
That's
I'm
flagging.
with you on that.
And then he says he
It's a
wants to go to
change-
L.A.
it's
He's
a
such a
change of
crumb.
scenery
He's
thing.
such a crumb. And he only wants to go to L.A. He only wants to go to L.A. That's so – look at – do the timeline. Do the fucking
Yeah,
timeline.
I'm all right. I'll still take him.
Okay, do the timeline. You can take him. You can ruin organizations.
That's fine.
Ruin organizations. You trade away way too much shit for a guy who'll be here 82 games. What is that? We won 52 games last year. Can we stop? We can start hunt all we want. Can we stop, though, with all, like, we have to get one of these guys?
Right.
Do we forget that we have an up-and-coming young team? Like, the Warriors didn't run out and get Durant right away. They added some veteran pieces around to what they already had, okay? And then they won some, and they attracted one of the best players in the game, okay?
Yeah.
So
I know
do
how-
it. Do it.
I
You
know
can,
how it happened.
You can get. Okay. Yeah, we all know how it happened. I'm just explaining to you how it happened again because I don't think you did.
Oh, I know exactly how it happened.
Because you're going to trade for a rental and give up too much.
I'm giving up no one.
No, you said Fultz, and then I got
I'm
upset with
giving
you.
up no one.
Okay, that's moron talk. That's moron talk. I can't wait till he has a huge year. I'll be all over
That's
you.
fine.
I know where you're at. I know where you sleep. I know where you're
Exactly
sleeping
where
like
I'm
that.
at.
I
I
know.
know where
I know
I'm
where to
at.
find you. I know where to leave a post-it note.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Just a reminder.
Breadcrumbs? I know where to leave the breadcrumbs.
Just a reminder.
That's
Hey,
great.
28, 10, and 8 tonight.
Oh, he can score.
This post-it notes on his forehead.
It's just 7 inches between the ears.
I'll go in your bathroom and they're all over the mirror. This week's stats.
Candyman.
When I get out of the shower, it's all fogged up. It's Markel's stats.
20. There's just 20s all over the house.
How's it going?
20s.
Oh my God, I'm crying. Once a show.
Yeah.
Similar to the Phillies situation, though, there's a lot of free agent potential out, and you can get some of those second-tier guys that help you win more games. You know?
Tyreek was a name that I like. There's other guys. I mean, it's not even a necessity because you figure, okay, you probably bring Reddick back, right? And you assume Bellinelli, Urson, Bayless, they're gone, right? So
Well, Bayless has got to go if you want LeBron. If you want LeBron, Bayless has got to go. 'Cause
Yeah.
that $8 million's got to come off.
I'm out. Not because of Bayless. I'm out on LeBron.
I was never in on LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm
I-
officially out. I know Mike tried to tell me I flip-flop. There's no such thing as a flip-flop. There's no such thing as just looking a little deeper into it. Okay, and things happened through the course of this that turned me off to him. Game 1 of the NBA Finals turned me off to him. Not because of the performance. Performance was really good. It was because of what he did on the bench. Crumb talk. It's crumb talk.
You're
in a tie game.
He should get on the guy.
No, he didn't get on the guy. He just fucking made it about himself on the bench.
Yeah, I know.
Like he
He
does.
does.
You're in
He
a tie
does.
game.
He does that.
You still go win the game. Go win the fucking game. You know, I'm just looking. Now I'm picking. But whatever.
I understand.
I like to pick.
I understand.
I like to pick. I just not as I don't need it as much. I don't need him to win. You know, why don't we give him a 4-year deal? There's going to be some point where he hits that wall. I don't know when it's going to be. I'm not saying it's next year, the year after that, but there's going to be a point. They all do. I mean,
4-year deal, then draft Baby Braun in 2021.
it's like a package deal. we get you and your kid, and he missed his first dunk today. He tried to dunk a ball, and he missed
Baby
it.
Braun?
Yeah, it was his first dunk attempt in a game. Missed
Listen,
it.
I think it's one of those things where you can, you don't have to, but I think you can put up, you surely can put up with, either the bullshit or the annex or the crybaby-ness, to
I'll put
to
up
put
with
you
it.
over the top. You know what I'm saying? I mean, is it going to ultimately, walk down, enable us, to walk down, broad? I have no idea. I mean, like the West is sick. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but I think of course it gets you there.
But you know what?
it
I
gets you
said
there.
I said this on Wednesday, and I'm not changing it. Is I said my door is still unlocked and open. You know what I mean? Like I'm not closing the door on you. I'm just not going to go. I'm not going to let you tie my hands up until the end of goddamn July. All right? When there's other players out there that can make us better. There's other guys. So if you don't, you better get. To me, I hold you over the coals. You better give us an answer quick because we got we have to make Plan B and C come. If not you,
Which is what? Who was it?
B and C. There's names
I'm
out
not throwing you under the bus. I'm just
No,
saying.
there's a bunch. We kind of went over on Wednesday. You can do like the Tyreek Evans. You could do, well, as you mentioned, Clint Capella. You can go max him out. Aaron Gordon's out there from Orlando. Again, a guy you can go
A dunker.
max.
I mean,
You know what I mean? He's
Is,
restricted.
DeMar DeRozan available?
I don't think so, but I don't want him.
You don't want him?
He's small.
He's crumb.
Yeah.
He's small. She's got a little. He got a
While-
little baby.
while Tom's
he got a
looking
little
it
baby
up,
balls.
no DeRozan. You just named those other 3 guys, and you don't want nothing to do with DeRozan.
No. He's a Colangelo guy. I don't want anything to do with Colangelo.
We stay far away from
respect
burner
that.
accounts.
hence Markelle
I
Fultz.
respect you.
So here's some,
Sorry.
some names out there. Obviously your expensive ones: LeBron, Durant, unrestricted. Melo, Wade, Cousins. There's your dogs: George, Paul.
You even talk about Capella. You even talk about Twin Towers.
Boogie.
Yeah, you want to talk about Twin Towers. Boogie's your guy. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You know what I mean?
True.
That guy, obviously, he's immature. He's an
I'll take
asshole. He's a possible cancer. Dude is fantastic. Fantastic. And now he shoots threes. Get the fuck out of here.
But
buddy.
he was a
You know what I
model
mean?
citizens down in New Orleans.
Yeah,
he
no,
was.
for
You know
sure.
what I mean? You put
absolutely.
a little
Yeah.
talent around him. You put a little
That's
structure
what I'm saying.
around
There's
him.
other.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. The point was like there's other guys out there that can make you. That can get you over the hump.
Yeah.
Or get you to the
Yeah,
get you
sure,
to the
you gotta
finals.
get creative. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I mean that's a great name. I like this name just as a vet. I like Rudy Gay a little bit because he can score. You need some guys who can score a little bit. That can stretch it. Especially like no Bellinelli, no Ursan.
If he stays healthy,
Yeah.
of course, Rudy.
No,
Gay
you're not gonna. I'm not gonna give him a ton. Tyreek Evans was a name I liked a little bit. I don't like anything to do with Jabari. This guy I like a lot, but that's
But a
another
guy
twin.
can score.
Sorry, yeah.
That's another
The
20.
Sixers need a scorer. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Jabari. I mean, I know there's
That's the other
the
end.
injury history. I
He's
get
also
that, you know what I mean?
restricted,
And
but that's fine.
a little bit of a squid, but there's a guy that can score the basketball.
You
I mean,
can make them match
you know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're surely not, scoring, 10 points a quarter if Jabari's in that second bunch. Where we're
Right.
saying where that happened to us a lot last year. We're like, man, did we just blew a 20-point lead? What happened? We scored
Yeah,
9
yeah,
points
yeah,
in the third quarter,
yeah.
or we scored 12 points in a quarter. What the fuck did we do?
Another good one, right? Where'd he go? I do like the bees, man,
I
a
was
little
just gonna
bit.
say,
I do. I won't put a fire out. Guy
You
who
want
can
to
score
talk about a guy
basketball.
who can score at college?
Yeah.
I mean, dude lit it up.
Still can score now.
Durant's best friend.
Another
at
good one,
some
Avery
point-
Bradley. Another good defender.
Mm-hmm.
Just a guy, and he's not going to score a ton, but he can score enough. Just to give your second unit, make your second unit better.
After the rain delay, 2 big punch outs for Nick.
Yeah.
Huge.
So these are just guys I'm looking to replace the Ursan and Bellinelli with. That's all. Is how can I replace them guys in a little bit? Beasley's a good name. Derek Favors was the name I saw that I like a lot.
It's really a shame too, because Rodney Hood until his antics in Cleveland
Would have been a
Yeah.
good
was a
name.
guy who was fantastic with the Jazz.
Yeah.
I have no idea
The-
how his beanbag shrunk up or whatever the hell it was, and the LeBron factor. I don't know what it was, but he was pretty good with the Jazz. You know what I mean? And there's a name right there. Like Greg talks about change of scenery. Maybe you get away from. You get away from Braun, or you get out of that, that cesspool. Even though they ended up in the finals, it really is.
And he's a restricted, so they can match, but whatever, they probably won't at this point with him. Depends, but there's names. You know what I mean?
I like
Jamal
Greg,
Crawford.
I like Greg Monroe.
Jamal
you
Crawford,
on
you
the
want a
cheat,
guy who just can flat out score it. Crawford really help your second unit out.
To me, a guy like Wilson Chandler's an enigma. You know what I mean? Like he could figure it out one day. I mean, I don't understand. He's hit or
like
miss and
Kenyon
stuff.
Martin.
You know what I mean? But yeah, exactly. He's got some issues.
Those guys
but,
with a lot of
you know what I mean?
tattoos.
Yeah.
They got a little blood running, or ink running through their blood. But it's funny. One of the C-level guys in my company saw Bob Ryan in the airport the other day, and
Boston Globe.
yeah, Bob Ryan was saying, "Oh, I don't know much about the NBA." Bullshit, of course. But he said a couple of things that stuck out to the guy. He said, "No one's beating Golden State. LeBron's not coming to Philly."
Hater.
But the Eagles are repeating. I was like, I'll take it.
And the Sixers will still win 56 games.
Quite possibly.
Projections, man. That's all it's about. JoJo's only going to get better.
Oh yeah, I don't.
You would hope Ben's not on a bicycle, chasing tail too much, and he's getting better. You know what I mean? Markel, you hope figures it out a little bit.
Well, there was a 10-game winner and a 17-game winner, so who knows if you repeat them? But yeah,
The goat's still playing ball right now. The Euro goat, Dario, he's playing right this second. So, you know what I mean? You expect these young guys to get better and grow together. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm looking to do here. You know, it's about this core group of guys, and then you start to build the pieces around them. You know what I mean? More so than I need to bring in the biggest star in the world and then have these pieces around him. There's other ways to do it. Not saying I'm against bringing it in. I'm just saying I think we made it clear. Boogie, it was one name, and then we got down on some of these guys. They were scorers. Jamal Crawford can bring you offense like that right off the bench. You need some help with a second unit. Won't play a lick of defense, but can score a little bit. Tyreek, who I think is a really good, really good basketball player when he's healthy. Another guy who can score it. There's guys like Jabari can score it if he's healthy.
Yeah.
We love
What scares you about Boogie, that Achilles is,
tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
Tough.
Just as Greg said, he might, maybe he's turned the corner, maturity-wise. You know what I mean? And then for that, devastating Achilles injury is no joke. So we'll have to see, how he bounces back. But tremendous talent.
Pootie Tang.
P-Tang, what up, Poot?
He's like, nothing like some more Markel Fultz ball handling dunking videos. Ralphie D said, would you guys trade for Dame? Lillard? Depends the deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ralphie says Durant and LeBron
love Lillard.
both in a Laker uniform. I can't wait. Oh my God! Now you think Durant and LeBron are teaming up?
Who we got to give up for Lillard? Picks and Fultz
And Ralph.
and Ralph. Let's go.
Ralph throwing in the deal.
Drive him there. I'll pick him up. I'll pick Lillard up anywhere.
Mike Parker says, get ready for a big inning versus this pitcher who just sat for 45 minutes. You would hope, Park, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, Pavetta just went 1 up, 1, 2, 3.
I might end the show in 2 minutes because I got to piss.
Piss talk, piss gate.
Mellow yellow talk.
Mellow gate.
Oh my God, 44 ounces.
The guy comes in with the biggest one ever. I'm like, really? At 8 o'clock, we're getting aggressive.
Third one of the day.
44.
There you go.
Third one of the day.
What a savage.
Just smashing mellow yellows.
Absolute wow.
Like
Beer
an
bong and
absolute
mashing.
savage.
I love him. I love that guy.
Out of here.
I would love for Hernandez at home run right now. Out of here. Got it.
Oh, middle end, too.
Don't fucking.
Middle
You
end.
better not give him that strike. We're dropping the fucking ball. Nah,
He did, too. He
Nah,
gave it
you
to him.
fucking crumb. You crumb. Make him catch a fucking baseball.
Gabe got a little tanning in at the
Oh, my God. Did
during
he
the
ever?
delay.
Did he ever? He looked like he was laying in the booth for 45. Oh, my God.
Got sprayed right under the beanbag.
Wow. He
Yeah,
is.
the same picture.
Wow. Is that a Kardashian? Like, I mean, he is tanned up. All right, Rob, let's get to your questions.
Kill. They're short and sweet this week, so it'll be good for your bathroom needs.
Thank you. I'll go walks.
Oh,
he didn't give it to
call
him.
it a strike, yeah.
He didn't call it a strike. Wow.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
We haven't been on since Father's Day, so I just want to wish all the Pal Papas out there, obviously well past, but definitely happy belated Father's Day. So I want to ask you guys, best father-son combo in sports history.
It's the Griffies to me because I'm just the kid guy. I love Junior, so.
Yeah,
That's where I go.
Junior pretty much carries it. I mean, and Kenny Senior was, a hell of a player. You know what I mean? Junior was just really, really good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Really special.
I'm going to go
Hall
with
of Fame?
John and John Mayberry.
Wow, you're all over the Altairs tonight.
Could be Peyton and Archie.
Yeah, could be Payne and Arch.
I'll go Cooper and Archie before I give Peyton any credit.
Agreed.
No, I'm with the Griffies.
It's hard not to be.
I'm with the Griffies, although the Currys can shoot the lights out.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can.
Although if you add Seth, I might go with the three-way. I might go with the trio.
You are a guy
Well,
who
that's
loves
naughty.
a little
It's a
extra.
Friday night
yeah.
right there, buddy.
Yeah.
He loves taking the red eye home.
Usually you have to
Walking
pay
in.
for that.
Yeah, the guy dropped the
He
three-way.
loves taking the red eye home and finding his wife.
I'm here for the gangbang. Airport. Airport
fantastic.
Oh, shit.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, that's probably. I'll land on those guys.
Yeah. Got to.
Sweet. Number 2, and this is an important one this week, guys. Let's take this seriously. For how long will the PGA perennially suck Tiger Woods' dick? That's all I saw during the Open was Tiger Woods this, Tiger Woods that. How long is this going to go down for?
It's never ending.
As long
it's
as
never
he's,
ending.
As long as he's swinging the club.
Yeah. It's never ending.
It's how they have money. Yeah. It's why they have money.
They pay him $1 million for every event.
It's why guys
it's guaranteed $1 million.
It's why guys like
up.
Pat Perez, who suck at golf, get paid as much as he does to suck at golf. Pat Perez is a big hater of Tiger Woods. Well, you can also thank him for making your living, because there would be no sponsors without Tiger Woods.
You don't think it shortchanges other golfers though? That are better.
Win.
What's that?
Win.
Well, I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
like, you want them to talk about you win.
Right.
Tiger's the greatest.
I thought you were saying
like,
when. No, you're saying win.
No, I was
win.
saying win. Yeah.
Win. Yeah.
Tiger's the greatest, so they're going to talk about him if he's in the field.
Right.
Absolutely. He sells. I mean, like, he gets the biggest crowds. That's why. Like, people swarm the follow him. You know, anytime he's there, day 3 and 4, he's got a gigantic follow, and that's a lot of money for the PGA.
And the shame about
it's been
the
a long, long time. But anytime he tees it up, he's got a shot at, he's got a shot at winning. He hasn't, it's more so he hasn't made cuts. I mean, in the last, however many years. But
I mean, the shame about the U.S. Open is all those tickets were sold on Saturday and Sunday, and Tiger missed the cut because that course was so hard. And that was part of the whole issue with the whole, course in itself was it was just so hard. I mean, obviously, Koepka wins it at +2. You're over par and you win a major.
Wow.
Come on.
Mike Parker said they don't pay Tiger to show up. They used to do that in just Europe.
Okay.
He's more of a Mr. He's more of the Tiger skin than I am.
That makes more sense.
Not really.
Yeah.
But to me, it's
he's still getting paid by all sponsors anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. It makes sense. Mike would know better with Tiger and Goff. And he said Goff's in a great spot right now. There's 20 studs now that can win any week.
And they all have Tiger to thank.
Yep.
No, fair enough. I got you. You guys touched upon the All-Star game with regard to the poll question and what Philly's going to you can still chime in about that. But I want to just spread it a little bit nationally. Which AL and NL starting pitcher should start in the All-Star game, and who else should make the team?
Well, I'll be a homer. Give me Noah on the mound.
That's actually where I was going, because ESPN just threw up the Cy Young candidate so early, and he was one of the 4 they threw up.
Yeah, he was.
If ESPN's going to give him some love, then
Caesar stealing. We're on delay here.
Let's go. Another one. Oh.
Yeah, because you're not where you're supposed to be, which benefited the Phillies. He's in front again. Fucking missed it. Watch the replay.
But who's going to start? It'll probably be Max. Where's the game at this year? Do we know?
Yeah, where's the game?
I mean, I don't watch the All-Star game. I haven't watched it in 5 years.
I think it's Washington.
It's a terrible throw.
Washington?
Is it in Washington? I
That's a
don't know.
horseshit
Look it
throw.
up.
Yeah, look
I haven't
up.
watched it till they made it count.
Yeah.
And I've never watched it since.
Who are you going with? Sweep Scherzer?
Oh, he's looking for
NL,
every position or just a starter?
No,
Starter.
generally I was focusing on the starters, but anybody else you wanted to throw in there too. That's why I left it open ended it. But who's starting for the AL and NL?
Scherzer Sale for me.
Yeah. I'll go Noah Sale just to switch it up and be a homer, even though it's not that much of a homer pick.
It's probably
it's
one
a
of
Naturals
the,
part.
probably one of the Astros.
It probably is
would
Scherzer
probably
then.
be Scherzer and then
Yeah.
one of the Astros. I mean, Cole, Verlander. Can't go wrong with those two guys. I mean, obviously I
Cole,
love Sale. but
phenomenal, yeah.
It's definitely gonna be Scherzer. If it's in Washington,
If it's in Washington, it's Scherzer.
it's Scherzer.
Yeah, it's definitely.
You know,
That's a definite
it could be
now.
Severino. He's fantastic. As much as Yankee hate, he turned into a real ace. Special arm.
I mean, because it's in Washington, that makes sense with Max. But, I mean, he's been roughed up a little bit. He's not having his typical – I mean, still for him, it's phenomenal for anybody else. But you're looking at a guy that is just having an outstanding season right from the get-go. Patrick Corbin out in Arizona, he's deserving of a start as well. He could be maybe a number 2 behind Max.
Yeah, there's
That's a good name. I think he's more. He's more. Even though he's having a great, good year, he's more of a guy that just would be happy to make the All-Star game. If you handed him the ball, it's it doesn't mean he can't start the game. I'm just saying, like, he's okay with, getting a phone call.
He's
and
got
saying,
the
hey,
numbers, though.
Yeah,
man.
no, I'm saying
Yeah.
he's okay with just getting the phone call, like, hey, I'll see you in Washington.
Oh,
Thanks a
personally?
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just
that
certain,
solidifies
they're just
the
certain
comeback.
guys that you just hand the ball to.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Max and Clayton's been
The
hurt.
elite.
Clayton's hurt. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The Mad Bomb, Kershaw,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? If they were having, healthy seasons.
And Nola, like
Right.
guy like that, a lot of arms are down. Carlos Martinez stinks.
That,
The Brewers have a mishmash of guys that are throwing the ball well for him, but nobody's standing out. Lester's cheeks. Nobody on the Cubs scares you. So you go right down the line. Rockies have nobody. Cueto's hurt. So
SJM says
Greinke's
Kluber and Scherzer.
pedestrian. You know what I mean? So
He's get hit. Yeah.
it's Max.
Kluber, Scherzer.
It's
Yeah,
Max.
Kluber, Scherzer.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
Not a bad one,
can't
too.
Go,
Must see
can't
TV.
go wrong with Corey. I mean, the Indians are
Klubot.
down this year, but I think the defending champs would get the nod with one of their two guys.
Sure, with their manager,
Yeah.
being in charge.
Sure.
Yeah,
Most
that
likely.
helps. It helps. Dave Roberts will have to pick Max though in the NL.
Yeah, well, maybe Kershaw will come off the DL and he'll throw him.
He did yesterday. He threw 3 innings.
What, rehab start?
No, up.
Did he?
Yeah, they brought him up and threw 3 innings
Oh, my
for
God.
whatever reason. 50 pitches, whatever it was against the Mets.
Oh,
yesterday,
Mets on Saturday.
against
Yeah.
DeGrom,
No, I thought he pitched. He pitched into the 5th though.
I don't think so.
No. Oh.
I'm gonna check.
Yeah, I try not to watch, or at least.
Are they bringing him back? At least they didn't get hit.
8-3, can't hit a grand slam. Kershaw, 3 innings, 55 pitches.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
5 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk.
I'm not going to get him off the DL.
Let's move back to basketball for a hot second. We're talking about trades, some of these big names out there. What are the odds? Give me the odds that the Lakers trade Lonzo Ball to land either Kawhi or LeBron.
Very
that's
high. I
talk
mean,
out
that's
there.
very high because that's part of the plan. Like that's the first piece in their puzzle, which I don't want to obviously want it to happen, but the guys that are writing this script that are reporting in the NBA reporting that's the first piece. It's got to go because if that's the first domino that goes, now the other 2 guys are free agents. So then Bron says, okay, there's piece 1. PG, you go in there. George, then George signs, and then Your Highness comes in last, batting in the 3-hole and says, "Hey, here comes the savior," which you'll do nothing. You won't even get out. You won't even get out of the West. You know what I mean? But that's the first piece.
Three
So
guys
I mean,
that play
that's
the same position.
that's the first.
Yeah, that's a great point.
That's the first piece in their eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think it's 85. I'll go 85%. I'll put a number on it,
Yeah.
and it goes to Cleveland too. I don't think Pop wants anything to do with Lonzo. So I think when the trade
Three-teamer,
happens, he goes to Cleveland for that.
Oh, LeVar's not going to like that.
Yeah.
I don't care about it.
Not
But
saying you do.
but the Spurs get back like a Kuzma.
They'll get the Kuzma.
Maybe Brandon Ingram. I don't know if you have to go 3 of those guys. But you're probably gonna have to give up. If you're gonna sign LeBron, you gotta Ball's got to get out of town. You know what I mean? It just ain't no room for both of those egos. I mean, not the kid.
All 3 of them.
Not the kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the dad.
Yeah.
The dad
Idiot.
and the little kid.
Yeah, Lonzo. He don't say much.
He's on that Mike Bibby plan now.
You
Puberty
see
finally
that?
hit him.
Yeah, he swallowed,
Is that incredible, dude? What a picture that is, a baby. Oh my god.
swallowed up.
All right, last question I got for you boys. The name of the show, agree or to disagree. To properly support your team, you hate on the rival first and root for your team second. Agree or disagree? So I'll repeat again just so it translates. To properly support your team, you hate on the rival first and root for your team second.
Disagree.
Yeah, disagree. I mean, I hate the Cubbies with a passion, but I hate losing more. So
Yeah.
I mean, I worry about my own backyard first, and then then I'll throw eggs at the neighbor's house. You know what I mean? Like, that's just kind of the way I look at things.
Like I had to think about it for a second. Like, what am I doing first?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I only hate on you. I only hate on you when I'm losing.
Yeah.
If I'm winning, and I don't even give a crap what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope the Cowboys, Mets, and
Yeah.
Penguins are okay. Yeah, do whatever you want to do when you're winning. You know what I mean? You just get on the list. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. We're winning. Yeah, that's how you got. That's how I look
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we're losing
care
and
of
they're
yourself.
winning,
Yeah,
nobody's gonna hate. Everybody hates that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when the hate comes out full force.
Yeah.
You start finding things to hate on. Like, oh shit, I didn't even know I could hate on that much.
First and second, nobody out.
Yeah, I look at the
For the doobie.
at the Capitals win the cup. Like, I watched the whole post game. I watched the whole skate. And I remember the last 3 years, as soon as the game hit 0, I was off of NBC because I didn't want to watch the Penguins do anything.
Absolutely.
But the Capitals, I was like, cool. I want to watch Ovi. You know what I mean?
That's the big thing.
Because
you can,
watch
you
Ovi.
can still hate the Capitals and stuff. And you can
yeah.
still hate him. The way I looked at it, we talked about that. Is like, I like when the greats get one. You know what I mean? Because that's all people got. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have any more substance to their hate. They just say, "Oh, he didn't win." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot,
Yeah.
genius. Give me some substance.
Yeah.
Let me know if he's a choker. Let me know. Give me something. Give me, hey, he comes up small in the playoffs. Give me something other than he never won.
Yeah, I'm not a
So
fan.
Next.
Now there you go. Next. Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the team, but I was super upset when Dan Marino didn't get a ring. You know what I mean? One of the
Me
greatest
both.
to sling it.
True.
Absolutely.
True.
Got there
There's
as a rookie.
There's a lot of greats out there.
Got there as a rookie.
You go to basketball, like
Charles
Barkley.
Barkley, yeah. That's it.
This guy just never got over the hump. And for a guy like Ovi to get over the hump, it just solidifies him in the categories of the greats he was already with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, for another edition of Agree Disagree, HED Radio. You guys got anything else?
No, I think it was good. Like I said, we congratulate the Olympic Colonial.
Absolutely.
Got to go over to Citizens Bank Park today with the boys. Friday, Sunday.
Yeah, a little
rain out
little
on
family
yesterday,
Sunday.
but,
Everybody
Little
out
family
It
weekend.
was good.
over a couple burgers. That a boy,
Hey,
Dubes. Stay hot, Daddy.
really.
Stay hot in the corner. That's 3.
Look at that shift.
That's 3.
Where was he playing? 2-run triple.
Oh my God.
And if we were on tape delay or Spidey called that, I don't know what to trust Spidey.
And you know
All
what?
right, Spidey,
There
so
he
you
goes,
either
here
called
we
it.
go, here we
Spidey,
go.
you either called it.
Ah, yes.
You're either cheating
Yes.
or you're on tape delay or you called it. Good for you either way, Spidey.
I call it Duvall getting hits every time he's up.
Lefty.
He didn't even hit it hard.
No.
But it was just positioning.
Yeah, look where Harper's at.
Yeah, Harper's, yeah.
No, he didn't crush it, but he was perfect.
But
Perfectly down the line.
positioning, yeah.
Yeah.
And it helped Harper was in the gap.
Yeah, he's still getting 2 regardless on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the 3. Harper's playing somewhere else on the lefty.
No, I think. I know, right? I think we covered it. It was good. High school that put today. Today puts a stamp on high school baseball being over. That was the final game of the year, and to another year. To another year. So
It was a lot of fun today.
Yeah, it was.
It was good.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, both days.
Yeah,
Both
yeah,
days
yeah,
were great.
definitely,
Both
yeah.
days at Citizens Bank were great. Hope to be back next year watching.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
You know,
again,
the boys again. Let's
some
go.
of our pups
Philly-
over there.
Got a lot of kids
Phillies
back
are
in that
struggling.
game too. Gonna have a lot of
Phillies
kids
are
back in
struggling
that
with
game.
money. I mean, $5 to get in, and then obviously, the food prices. I mean, are just, whew, my goodness. That's why people like when you guys are worried about signing free agents and stuff. You're like, I don't want to spend the money. You're not spending. Well, you're not spending the money, and don't cry for these guys because they're fucking loaded. I mean, a pretzel with cheese and a soda is $15. I mean, it should come with an absolute Hummer. We're looking at a doobie. Pretzel, cheese, Coke, and a Hummer.
It's unbelievable. It's fucking unbelievable. The prices, like I didn't even know.
Next
That
thing,
one.
just a hole opens up right there as you're paying.
Everything a grown
As
boy
you're paying.
needs, man. Everything a grown boy needs.
Come on, Nikki.
What was that? That's my spot. That's my spot.
I didn't want to get the hot dog. I didn't want to get the hot dog because I'm like, I think the fucking pretzel will fill me up more than a fucking hot dog will anyway, and the hot dog's gonna cost $22.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're
And-
scratching me where I itch.
I mean, they're smacking you over the head with the bun. You know what I mean? Think about it. They're drilling you with the bun cost.
Yeah.
That's all it is. The bun of the hot dog's delicious there. That's what it is.
Although
It's not even the fucking hot dog.
I
It's the bun.
upgraded the other day, and it was like $16. I had no idea. It's like, you want the regular or the
jumbo.
Jumbo.
or the jumbo? I
I'll
go,
go
come on,
jumbo.
I'm fat. I mean, regular. I look like a child to you?
Yeah, who eats
Give me a
regulars?
jumbo. That'll be $17.50. What happened? What happened? Can I live in it? Can I live in this bun?
Yeah, right. I give my card and just don't pay attention to anything said after. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear it. Just swipe it. Like, I don't even want to go cash because then I know how much I'm giving you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right off the bat. So it's just like, take the card. I'm just going to pay attention to something else.
Yeah.
You get the souvenir soda just to make sure you get a refill.
Yeah.
And then you got to go back and get the refill.
And listen.
I saw you. I was like,
you cheap son of a bitches. You have the same cup circulating. It's the same cup I got at the Carson Wentz event.
Yeah, but they take the sticker off.
What's fucking sticker?
That says this is good for one free refill.
I'm not even talking about the sticker game. I'm talking
look at
about
you. Guy knows.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're deeper into the soda game than I am.
I'm a junkie.
Yeah, but
Sodagate.
yeah, big time, times two. It's like Watergate, Sodagate, and a bunch of other gates mixed in.
Yeah, I know, dude. Well, I shake my head looking at you, too.
The fuck up. I don't like when people talk bad about him anymore. I don't like it, period. The big dog is not here tonight. We would have probably went at each other's throats with this poll question.
Whatever's on his head.
Yeah,
Predator.
I would have choked him out tonight probably on it.
Whatever you want.
Sweeps knows. His hate for Herrera is sickening. So it could have got ugly tonight with him in the poll question. Like you know what I mean? All-star team. He would have said he's an all-star because he's not that much of a dope. But
Yeah.
I just love taking shots. Adam, my doggy, my little road dog,
Just
my
going
little
around.
kitten.
And covering that, like I said.
It's like I'm driving a motorcycle and Wilson's in the little cart thing next to me. That's how it works.
The sidecar.
I'm the lead dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and all the people that are butthurt about the Bridges and his mom and thing, just knock it off. You know what I mean? It's a business. You know what I mean? Like you were drafted 10th overall.
You got paid, Daddy.
Yippee-ki-yay, you're going to get paid.
Yeah,
and,
no winners.
It would, of course you
get some.
That's at least 5-2, if not
get
6.
Some, Nicky. Let's go.
Aaron Altair, who?
Let's go.
2-2.
Let's go.
That ball's hammed right there.
Where are we going?
6-2.
That was a monster.
This guy came in, couldn't get a lefty out. Like there's some guys that you just have to.
421.
There's just
106.
there's some guys that just have to take toaster baths on the and even if the electricity doesn't work, just keep doing it. Like this guy's immediately cut. Immediately cut. He doesn't even get to the fucking dugout. All right, I bring out the Philly fanatic. Fucking wheelie dealy 4x4 ATV, and I tell him, here, take the ATV as a parting gift. Take the ATV and fucking drive it right down fucking the Beltway and keep going. You fucking drive. We bring you lefty, a 2-run triple and a 2-run homer. Thanks for playing.
He wouldn't even be left in right now. The hook would already be done.
We need the bullpen cars back.
Yes.
Bullpen cars got to come back.
I saw that the Brewers were bringing that back.
Smart organization. And dumb at the same time.
They
but
beer slides and the
Get
bullpen
through,
car.
Scotty.
I know, a guy that needed it.
Needs one.
Guy that's begging for a hit.
That's huge out of Nick, though. He's got the power numbers this year.
Yeah.
He's definitely hitting the ball out of the ballpark, which is huge. A little smizzle. Good, Nicky. A little smizzy.
6'2" Phil Spidey. You're either looking into your crystal ball or you're on tape delay.
Yeah. Or
so we got some trust issues with you.
Or he's deep into the
we
garage
don't
and he's
know.
sipping.
We don't know what's going on, buddy. We don't know any.
He called this one
if
too.
you knew this.
He'll say he called it. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Another edition of Agree Disagree. I'd like to thank Gibson Mayer LLC, sponsoring every Sunday show. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Our certified public account, you got to make them yours. Also, BMW Atlantic City, X17 in the Parkway. Find them online, BMW Atlantic City. For Brian Wilson, who was not able to attend tonight, I'm Tom Arnone.
Playing center field.
Put me in, coach.
I'm ready to play.
Even the guy chooses. Even the guy.
Yeah, got it.
Even the guy chews gum like a hammer. Fuck, man.
Who, Kapler? yeah. He chews like he's a tough guy. Like
you see the jawline?
And he's a hate the face. He's a hate the face guy too.
This guy still.
You know what I mean? Like Hinkie was. Like Hinkie's face, I just bothered.
Dave Martinez. I mean, these guys get handed keys. It's like a freaking Porsche. It was just cleaned. They handed keys to the brand new Porsche, and he fucks up a wet dream too. I know Pope's got the music. I feel like Jim Valvano. They're ushering me off stage. What the fuck do I care? I see the teleprompter. Fuck you, teleprompter. The fuck out of here. Pope's just doing his job, and what are you gonna do? We're just gonna keep talking.
We just keep going. It's great.
Yeah.
Couch talk.
Yeah, Dave Martinez, he's a crumb.
Listen, fam, thanks for joining us.
Yes,
Love
appreciate
y'all.
it. Got camp in the morning. I'm out.
We out.